Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Thank you to everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams at edmontonsportstalk.com. Tune in, iHeartRadio, not Apple Music, sorry, apologies, still don't know what's going on with that one. For those watching on YouTube or listening on podcast, wherever you get your podcast, Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Lieutenant Eric in the house as well, as we are less than an hour away from the official opening of CFL free agency. The tampering window closed on Sunday, or was it Saturday?
I think it was Sunday.
Yeah, I think it was the 8th, which would then be Sunday. And now officially we're going to find out, are the deals going to be done?
The one or two deals that may or may not go through.
Or is pen going to paper, and will the Elks be signing all their guys? We are going to find out at 10 o'clock. It's a tradition of the Hangouts. We've now, over the last 2 years, done something day after negotiation window opens. We've done something on CFL for agency day. We're going to continue doing that. So there'll be quite a bit of CFL talk today, as well as we'll get set for a little bit of the Olympics as well.
Good. I love the Olympics.
I like when it... Oh man, I was just gonna say I like when like that one or two deals falls through after the negotiation window, and you're like, oh no, what happened?
Helps it all along. It serves point to the whole.
Absolutely.
Then where are they going to go afterwards? Why did it not go through?
They're probably required to have at least one of those just to make it seem like, well, this is why.
It's not always.
We did have one last week. Letcher from Montreal was signing with Ottawa, and then all of a sudden he was continuing his free agency search. So
interesting.
And I really enjoyed that from a Rough Rider point of view.
That he's still a free agent?
No. Well, because he was Riders. When they were the Riders, you said Ottawa? Was he supposed to go to Ottawa? I heard he was supposed to go to BC or something like that.
Letcher was going to Ottawa, and then that deal got sidetracked.
Yeah.
You want him in Saskatchewan?
Yes. And I think that's what the
And
the negotiation window
anywhere
bred.
at all?
No, I think it was with the Riders.
Oh, okay.
And then, but I mean, not official.
But now,
And
now
Alfred
it could be
still
official.
isn't signed, so I mean, that's a move I would.
Are they
low-key
ready
love.
to move on from Alfred? Remember there was that.
I am.
Yeah,
I think some people aren't, but
There's that talk like they're waiting for the next guy to take over for him, and then he just kept playing well and making big plays and huge returns and stuff like that.
he saved them in Toronto.
Yeah.
He'd have like the one or two every once in a while, but like not as consistent with the money. Like you gotta be something else.
Yeah.
He was good. He had a good career, but I just think at this point it's not as
Time to move on. What is he, like
I would.
33?
Yeah. Well, that's another thing.
Yeah.
The Hangout is brought to you by Sentinel Storage, Canada Storage Experts, official storage partner of the Canadian Olympic team. 50% off 12 weeks on all units. Find out more on those latest deals. Find a convenient location nearest you at sentinel.ca. You can also message us at 780-218-9999 or jump into the nasty chat. I got to see what top free agents are left for the CFL as well that haven't signed.
It's been picked apart pretty good, I think.
Big time.
Yeah.
Brady was
a
obviously.
carrion carcass.
I need to
now.
get
It's
the
kinda-
3 Down Nation one. Because 3 Down did a more recent
Jake
one.
Serezna, 2-year deal, I think, in Winnipeg. Good for him.
I don't know if you noticed what happened with him on Friday, I believe it was.
What?
The Elks. Let me find it.
Yes. Yeah.
I've never seen that before. The Elks didn't trade Jake Serezna
The wording
to the Bombers.
The wording is one that I haven't.
They allowed him.
They allowed his
playing rights were transferred to Winnipeg.
his
or something
watermark
like that.
was.
That seems cordial.
I think that's kind of the
Yeah. Thank you, Jake. Yes, go ahead.
But I still don't know the point to doing that at that time.
I've never seen that.
Because they didn't.
The Edmonton Elks Football Club agrees to assign the playing rights of American defensive lineman Jake Serezna to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers Football Club in order to demonstrate cooperation with fellow member clubs and to allow the acquiring club to begin its onboarding process, include travel arrangements and event planning. So they must want to do something with.
This is like the start of a wrestling stable. Like, this is going to be like a Blue Bomber Elks tag team type of thing throughout the season. This is a sign of good faith, and then when we need a little.
When they need something will come the other way.
Hey, it's good to, you might as well play nice.
Building alliances.
Yeah.
You've It's just weird. You've never seen that before.
You always hear of organizations, sometimes personnel not getting along with certain other ones, but this you would make a rosy friendship maybe. And
Yeah, this must be that they didn't want to release Jake Resnick. Because usually when you to do this, you just release the guy so that they could then go and they're free to sign immediately. So maybe the
would there
Elks
be a
didn't wanna
money
do
thing
that.
involved?
No, it doesn't sound like it.
What about like just like in the public perception realm? It's a showing of good faith that they're leaving on with breaking apart on good terms.
Must be that.
Yeah.
By the way, the Elks posted, I just was going on their Twitter, and the next tweet was, I don't know if you guys saw Mark Carney's Team Canada post last week, and there's an Elks helmet in the shot.
I love
And it
that.
wasn't just half cut out. Like, it wasn't by accident. It was prominent.
It was in the shot.
Yeah.
Nice.
So awesome. CFL getting some love that way. Yeah, because he was always supposed to be like a huge Oiler and Eskimo Elk fan.
Maybe we'll see him on the Twisted Tea bleachers this summer, hey?
Drink it with Belsey.
Shirt off. Just
Would that be something?
You were my favorite depth defenseman in the organization.
Well, who was it was the Finnish prime minister who was at that World Hockey Championships game in the press box cheering along with the red wine and all that.
Oh, I love it.
Did they have like a young, attractive, vivacious prime minister briefly?
The Scandinavian countries usually,
They
have
There's something in the water there.
Oh, well, there was one of the scandals she had was she went to the nightclub and she didn't bring her phone with her.
Oh God.
Legitimately. That they couldn't get a hold of her, and that was a big problem because she's the prime minister or whatever. You got to get a hold of her, but she's young enough, so she was
Take some
like,
time
I want to
off,
go to the prime minister. I want to go out and
detach.
I could see why that would cause friction. You're supposed to be like a world leader.
I can also see why I would want to leave the,
Yeah.
take a little break. But but she was at the
straight to voicemail.
She was at one of the games. I think it was being hosted in Finland, and she was in that press box, and she was giving her for Team Finland. She was all in
hockey.
for it.
I remember the 2012 World Championships. Whenever the Finns were playing, everything stopped. Like everything. They have this department store. It was their version of Hudson's Bay or the Bay. Which
Eaton's.
I was going to say Eaton's, but nobody, Benny or Zach would be like, what is that? Anyway, so it's called Stockman. And I was just walking around downtown and I went into the Stockman and it was like a 5-level department store. It was huge. And all the living room displays, people were like on the couches watching the Finnish game. Yeah. It was phenomenal. It was such a neat experience. And, we think we're crazy about hockey in Canada, which we are. But there, it's equal, if not more passionate. Like people like crying when the team was losing mid-game.
Well, the international is.
Yeah.
We have the NHL. We talked about this morning. Stanley Cup or gold medal. Obviously, here everybody dreams of Stanley Cup, but you're right. I mean, that's international flavor is the.
It's like the main course for them, whereas for us, the main course is the NHL.
Yeah.
The dessert is the international play, right?
Yeah.
I think that's
I
kind
think
of a
that'd be
fair way to
fair.
look at it.
Gold medal.
Even from a fan or whatever point
From
of
my
view.
perspective, it's a gold medal.
Yeah, but you're saying this just from if you were a player, it'd be the same. Like because everybody's like the thing was, you dream up playing on the driveway. Oh, I want him in the Stanley Cup. Like nobody necessarily. Maybe some say that, but
I guess it would have to be Stanley Cup, but it's the Olympics. We've had these on off. It hasn't been there forever.
Yeah.
yeah, and you get to
I think
keep a
if-
gold medal.
Yeah, I think if the Olympics had been there, like we had NHLers there since the 70s, and it was always best on best, there might be more of an argument.
Yeah,
but
that's a good point.
We haven't been in it in X number of years.
It's a good discussion. You can weigh it both ways.
Because, would you rather have a Champions League or a World Cup in soccer? I'd rather have a World Cup.
See, and I prefer club play, so I'd rather take my club championship.
Yeah, you and I are different on that.
Yeah,
I love when there's
but it's
the
a good
international
conversation
breaks.
because you can make cases for both.
Big match tonight.
There's a couple questions that have come
United
in.
West Ham, baby.
Everton, Bournemouth, I think.
Oh, perfect. Good time. Really quickly, somebody said Fletcher did sign, but we were talking about Letcher.
Letcher.
Letcher,
Not
Yeah.
Fletcher.
James Letcher.
James Letcher Jr.
That's right.
From Montreal. He was going to go to Ottawa, and then that switched.
I think he played for the Elks briefly, did he not? Letcher? And then wound up.
He might have been on the PR, maybe.
Let me
I
double
think
check.
that might have been the story, that he was on the practice roster, and then the Elks could have had this guy like that, but
Oh, no, he was not. Sorry.
No,
I'm
he
thinking
wasn't
of someone
PR?
else. Okay. And
you
then,
might be thinking Walter,
Yes.
Walter Fletcher.
Yeah, I'm
Walter
thinking
Fletcher.
Walter
Yeah.
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Okay.
Also
Not James
Fletcher.
Letcher. Yeah. Okay.
Except they got Stevie Scott.
Yeah. Well, former.
The third.
Yeah.
Stevie Scott III. Dave in Section T wants to know from you two specifically, how does EPL transfer work? Why would transfer rumors come up after the portal is closed? Are players traded for cash, not player for player
This
deals?
Dave guy, he's a sick puppy. He's been DMing me all weekend. He's trying to get into.
He wants to get into EPL.
Yeah, and he's just my he's just playing. He's I like it, but it's just like it's enough already.
Excellent use of sick puppy.
He's a sick dog.
There's a number of reasons for this. One, if you are a free agent at the end of this year, in the final 6 months, you could sign a contract with anyone, and you could sign it early. So if you're, unfortunately for Eric here, one of his players last year was a free agent at the end of the season, and as they're finishing off the season, it was just talked about where's he gone, because he said he's not going to sign in Liverpool, and then he signed with Real Madrid, and it was basically
got no money for him.
He was going to go to Real Madrid, didn't get any money from him. But there's just always rumors in soccer. There's always some sort of negotiations behind the scenes. But how a transfer works, you could do player for a player, but Eric could correct me where I'm wrong here. Breaking this down to its simplest form, a team goes to a player, they agree to a contract. If that gets agreed upon, the team goes to the team and tries to negotiate a fee to bring that player to their team. But you need both the team and the player to agree. You can't just go to a team like, I want this player, and the player comes to you. You have to sign him to a new contract, and he would have to come over. But it's 99%, or not say 95% of the time, it's just money that gets exchanged.
Yeah.
But you have to make it a deal with the player and the team to bring him
The
over.
player then can hand in a transfer request if the club necessarily, and then it's like you can't. There's no going back from there. But yeah, it's buying it and then settling on the wage.
And then selling, you have to convince a player to want to leave sometimes. Like there are times where you don't want to play anymore and you're trying to convince them like, hey, we're not going to play you anymore. We want you to go. Let's find you a spot to go.
Oh.
So it is about money. It is very different. But yeah, there's just always, the thing about soccer, there's rumors all year.
Oh, it never stops.
The majority of the rumors are crap. But it makes a lot to talk about.
Fun to watch.
Makes a lot to talk about. What team's he going to jump in on? Does he know?
Dave in
I don't
Section
know
T?
yet. He's going over the entire.
I love this. Get on board with United. We're on the way up.
Yeah, start DMing Maddie.
We're fourth.
Oh, God. Hey, nobody wants to hear soccer. We got the losing here.
Well,
eh?
we're still,
I love that we got the TV in here, boys. It's a great setup. It's right by so it looks like we're kind of looking down a bit,
Yeah.
but it's set up perfectly.
Well, I'm going to switch it from here, by the way, unless you guys are
Where are we
firm on
going?
women's lose. Ski jumping.
Okay.
Ski jump.
It was 9:20 start, so I wanted to get the ski jumping. I just needed to wait to find something. Mixed team final. Oh, it's not on yet.
Oh.
Well, it's 2 minutes away. Come on.
Let's go.
Duck Dad, holy enough with the soccer talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I think we've hit our monthly quota.
You struck a chord.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Get used to it this year.
World Cup.
Damn right.
How into the World Cup will you be getting? Sorry.
Sorry,
What's a niche tournament,
Canada,
Ellie?
Ireland has been announced for Montreal as the lead up. That was announced.
That's
this
not
morning.
bad.
Yeah,
Playing that at Saputo Stadium
100% there.
because you cannot use Olympic Stadium as it is currently under reconstruction.
Wouldn't want to.
What did you ask about soccer though, or like the World Cup? Just now?
If he's into the World Cup, I would imagine so.
Me?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, wow.
I'll keep an
I'm
eye on
learning
it.
a lot about you
It's
today.
just. It's not a big thing.
Stop. Just
It's not like it's a world tournament or anything.
You never sent it. You never messaged me back yesterday, but no, you did. You laughed at them. Never mind.
I usually reply just in the emojis.
Yeah, I didn't
hate
see those.
replying
They
with
popped
words.
up.
You just reply with like
Yes.
the flame or the.
There's a couple
the
stats
cry.
that I just want to throw out there. The Super Bowl had 220 million people apparently worldwide is expected.
Here we go.
Liverpool played Man City on Sunday.
I don't want to get into that, but yes, they
It
did.
was Sunday
Yeah.
though. 750 million viewers
No.
worldwide. The Seattle Seahawks on Instagram have 3.7 million followers. The New England Patriots have 5.4 million. Harry Maguire, who's a big-headed Englishman that plays for Manchester United, has 5.6 million followers.
Yeah.
If you're really wondering what's bigger, like
yeah. Good point.
just throwing that out there. I just felt like I have to. But yeah, I was stunned to see those City and Liverpool was that big. I know United and Liverpool is supposed to be
El
massive.
Clasico with Real
But,
Madrid
yeah.
and Barca. Like those are
I
the
just
big,
didn't know that one was
the big
gonna be
draws.
huge. Yeah, we don't have to get into that match. We don't have to get into that one. But yeah, Dave, he's messaged me in the DMs. If Eric doesn't want them anymore, I'll take them.
Yeah, I think I've said enough. I've said all I can say to him. It was a pleasant exchange throughout the weekend, but I just think we've taken it to a point where now I'll hand the baton off. And
I'll finish. I'll go with some of the rest of the details.
Yeah. Why not?
We'll see what else.
It's good to get different points of view.
Yeah, sure. Middlesbrough top of the championship, by the way, today.
Coventry's letting it slip. They were up there the whole time.
Baptized Big
They had a
Uke.
comfortable lead. And
I had this question one time. Baptized Big Uke. Soccer games don't even have halftime shows. Is it even a real sport?
great point.
I was wondering about that. Like, why does Champions League not have it? And it's one of the things that there's just a feeling inside the football community, that the game is about. It's about the game.
Well, they have they're starting to do those pregame concerts, and people
Really?
I think they're trying to do a halftime show this year for the World Cup, and soccer fans around the world are pissed about it. They're going, no. This is about football. This is about soccer. We don't want other things. This isn't about an artist. This isn't about a concert. This halftime is about bathroom break / talking about the first half.
Yeah,
That's what soccer fans want.
puff on a fag. You know, you go out for a little smoke.
Yes.
You know,
Have
that's
one.
what you do.
That's what it's all
But
for.
I do like, since it's in America and Canada and Mexico, but America. I do like the Americanization of it. Like going full commercial breaks, the whole bit. Like give it all to me. Make it
Amazing.
And the soccer world just hates this all. But thanks to the soccer world, I have World Cup tickets for $88. Because we didn't want to do anything.
Can never please everybody.
Oh, Bootski. Also, why isn't the World Cup even a cup?
Yeah, lame. Very lame.
Yeah.
That is a very
Good point.
It's a beautiful trophy. It's not coming to Edmonton. I don't know if you saw the tour.
Look, we get Uzbekistan, okay? What more do you want?
I want to see the World Cup trophy.
You've got your Uzbekistan match, and that's it.
Oh, Doug
Enjoy
did.
it.
Give
Sit down
each
and
team a
shut up.
timeout as well. Why not?
Yeah. 3 timeouts per half. And a challenge if you. Well, I guess the VAR, but more Americanization.
But you can't challenge for VAR.
No, but a full
So
challenge.
now we'll give a flag.
I want the coach to throw a flag.
Yeah, Carlo Ancelotti and like maybe it'll be his pocket square. He can
Oh,
pull
I
it
like
out
that.
and throw it.
Yeah.
And it just flutters.
Now we're
A
talking.
beaual little thing, and
Yeah.
then the challenge flag is out.
It's not weighted at all.
It's just floating down to the turf.
Oh, it's caught a breeze. So he doesn't get his challenge. It doesn't hit the ground. So he's like, no, come back.
Those fine Italian linens.
Yeah.
Sponsored
He
by
looks into the crowd and he's, no, my challenge.
sponsored by Armani or something like that. These
Full
beautiful
sponsorship.
things.
Everything, yeah.
It's threaded in gold.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys? You guys obviously were paying attention to the speed skating today. The Olympic boys were out there though, watching the speed skating today.
Who were?
The Canadian hockey team.
Oh, they
good.
were.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, they went out to go watch it, and because the Americans crashed today, which and you could see the reaction of some of the players. Like there was different ones. There was like ooh, and then like other people like Cale Makar was like so happy that the Americans were crashing out of this speed skating thing. Like he had a massive smile to his face, which was quite stunning.
Well, look,
That's
we
scary.
got in this morning and we watched a couple of guys, I think some sort of skiing discipline, and it wasn't a bad crash. Nobody got hurt, but it was kind of like, and you could hear it. And like, I had to laugh. Like it is funny. Like you spend so much time and you get to this point and it's like,
Yeah.
and then they're flailing all over the place. Like it's just, I don't know.
So there's their reactions for the American crash out, and like you have like Cale Makar up
Makar's
there. It's
smiling.
just like
Who's
smile.
that?
I think
Pareko's smiling.
other guys
like,
are like stunned by this, but they're just loving it. A couple of those boys that the Americans crashed out.
That's a full, that's a lot of emotion there.
Like Bukauskas, Rashog, a bunch of other reporters that we're friends with are all over there covering things. And then I think it was Shoggy put it out. He's like, the Canadian men's hockey team mingling with everyone in the athletes' village. They'll spend the night here, and then they'll be able to go and choose between staying in the village or the hotel provided by the PA or negotiated by the PA. And I was like, oh, that's nice.
This is
Where's
Apparently
their
the
yacht?
Canadians are going to the PA hotel.
Yeah.
The Americans are staying in the village,
okay.
I think.
Leon's staying in the village.
Is he?
Well, you'd have to
I
assume,
would assume
right?
as much, but I'm not gonna lie to you. The PA provided hotel is probably quite nice compared to.
But you don't get the experience of the
I
Athletes
know,
Village.
that's the
And
thing, you
that's,
want
to me,
the
part of the
authenticity.
Olympics is
Yeah.
you're wanting to be there for the athletes.
Yeah.
Like, they took a train to the speed track thing.
Good.
Like, just a good old-fashioned, like, Olympic experience for an
The
athlete.
notoriety of the Athletes Village is something like, regardless of the sport, all the stories that have come out of those Athletes Villages,
I
like
just want to experience it.
I would do it for, like, if I was them, I would be like, for the first week, like, you're not worried about the Czechs. You're not worried about Switzerland and France, or we shouldn't be. Enjoy Athletes Village. As you go into week 2, move to the hotel. As we get, like, you've done it for a
they'd
week.
all stay together though in the village, would they not? Or would they get like bunked up with like a
No, I think you'd be with your teammates.
yeah? But I like it if they got like
Just random
spread
draw?
out. And you,
The COC did like randomly
yeah.
drew out names or
McCarr gets the
alphabetical or
top
something.
bunk and some luge guy is sleeping on the bottom, and they're guy
Yeah.
Then you get to know each other.
Yeah,
You
different
get to know your
athletes.
countrymen, or women.
I like this text. How can you not love it watching Judah Leardom? Bet they all had smiles on their faces. Yes. And then you find out she's dating one of the Paul brothers, and you're like, oh, boy.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad. It's a game changer.
Here's the ski jumping coming up.
Okay, what?
What?
It looks different, this jump.
Why?
It looks...
Is this the big one? Aren't there 2 different sizes
Oh,
or
maybe.
something? Maybe. Or something?
What does it look different to you?
No, never mind. Sorry, I caught it when they were coming up to the ramp portion. Ski jump's fascinating.
It's crazy. Like, just like one, they're not as high as you think that they are when they're in
Right.
the air. When you see the side shot, you see how close it is, but just the speed that they're going,
Yeah.
It's the speed. Yeah.
the legs, you just like, how easy can it be to just destroy your leg and stuff like that? Like, it's so impressive to watch some of these things.
Like, how long are they in the air for? 5 seconds?
Let's count.
Yeah.
We'll have to count and all that. Oh, look at this guy just jamming out.
Yeah.
Do you guys care at all that John Cooper closed practice? It is allowed.
Yeah. And I guess if you may as well do it if you can.
Yeah.
But-
It doesn't bother me much. If he feels like he
Yeah.
should be doing that, then all power to him. But
Well, how dialed in are you to what the power play and penalty kill and the forecheck look like? Because I quite frankly don't care. I don't care what system John Cooper will be
yeah,
using.
we don't.
Yeah,
But then, you might have a
hardcores do.
birdie out there that.
Yeah.
You might
know,
have an American spy.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
You might have a
gaining,
drone.
wanting to gain an edge or something. I don't know. Like if you're allowed to do it, you might have like
Czechs closed today. They're supposed to be
Yep.
closing tomorrow as well. Did I see Sweden closed?
like
So
what
it's
do
a
we
tool.
from a viewer or fan's point of view? We're not getting anything out of the practice anyway. It's not like
We get lines, so maybe they're trying different things that we're not.
give me the games.
We're gonna know about.
yeah.
Are they using an umbrella? Are they using a bumper on the power? I don't care. They could probably switch that like that on the fly.
Yeah.
That's how good
No,
this
yeah.
team is.
I
Yeah.
just like how it's just become this massive story.
Well, and that's the question too. Is you doing it even now creates a story. So if you wouldn't do it, there would be no story. Not like it's going to be a massive or not even a distraction to them. But yeah, I don't. To answer your question, I do not care.
No.
I think if we put up a poll, most people wouldn't care.
No, I did put up a poll on the X this morning.
What was your poll?
I said, I worded it, who would you start in net? Not who should, or who do you think?
Who would you?
Who would you start in net? And Logan Thompson stole the show.
I don't disagree with that. I probably would start.
I don't
him
either.
too.
And I think I
I would
probably
start
could have.
Jordan Bennington personally.
Yeah, I could have left Kemper out. Binnington was like 19%.
Yeah.
Thompson was like 70 something. But those, I mean,
It didn't matter. Barring injury, it didn't matter what happened this season. If I was John Cooper, I'd be Jordan Bennington's my guy. Living and dying with Jordan Bennington.
yeah.
That's for me. You?
Well, and again, you look at Binnington's numbers this season, and Dustin pointed out he does play in front of or behind the St. Louis Blues. But then again, I would go to, and I know that's Cooper's thinking as well, but playing in this type of style and in this tournament with the players and what he's done, you reward that with it's your net to lose.
Loyalty is clearly a theme.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. And I would probably go with riding the high off the Four Nations. But knowing as well that you have capability there if something, again, you're net to lose.
I do like, there's the comment, Dusty brought it up a couple of times, that someone was reporting that Binnington looked very dialed in at practice the other day. Oh, good. That's great.
Too dialed in?
I don't know.
You don't want it too pressured.
I don't know.
You're gripping that stick too much. And
I don't overread that, but I like how that was a comment that was made. Is like, he looked really dialed in at practice.
we won't know now.
Oh, no, it's close to. Oh, how dare they?
Who's to say? Now we don't know who's dialed in and who's not dialed in.
That's right. I mean, I really want to know about how passive their box will be on the PK.
Well,
You know, will they be using a diamond?
might show up in the game.
Modified diamond? I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I could just be a fan. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Let me just watch it.
no. We're not
Enjoy
competing.
hockey for the sake
We're
of
not
hockey.
See
competing
what they're
for it.
doing.
Yeah,
Root for them. Hope for the best.
and if they don't win, we'll carve
lament.
them up mercilessly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for us.
Yeah.
That was the one thing. Like it was always going to be they're getting ripped so much for the team that they brought, Canada. But if they win, it's all going to work out. And
Winning
it's all
heals,
just gonna,
yeah.
it's going to be they did the right job. They did it. They got it done.
But
But if they lose, and I stand by, I believe that the Four Nations hurt them in a way because it's like how there's this catch-22 here.
well, you mentioned that you don't win. Yeah,
If you win Four Nations, now it's like, okay, well, you can't make too many changes from Four Nations because then if you don't win gold, people are like, well, why did you change the winning formula from a year ago?
Right.
And if you lose, people will be like, well, why did you stick with that other team? Why didn't you go back? Like they're in a difficult spot when it comes to public perception.
it would
and
give you
public
any sort of
conversation.
reason or excuse to make whatever change you wanted because you would say, "Well, it didn't work, so I'm making said change or whatever."
Like the goaltending one is one that if Canada loses because Binnington plays poorly, we're going to sit there and go, why didn't Logan Thompson play? It was so obvious.
Absolutely.
But if they had started Logan Thompson and they lose and don't win, we would have sitting there be like, well, look at what Binnington did at Four Nations last year. Why wouldn't you start him?
Yeah.
Like no matter what, and Canada is always going to get ripped when we don't win a goal.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter what they do. Like if look, they could even come down to goaltending. Let's say Canada loses a close game, but it's a goaltending thing. People are going to rip because Zach Hyman wasn't there. It's going to be about Zach Hyman.
Oh yeah.
There's just always going to be those ways to complain. I do have a top 30 list from 3 Down Nation for the CFL.
Okay.
Trying to find the top free agents that haven't signed. Well, they still have McManus not signed, but he is going to Hamilton because that's done.
Well,
He's putting the league on notice.
He is toothpick and everything. The Ticats put out, I think even the CFL Instagram had, how they can have the jersey uniform morph into the new one. They had that posted the other day.
Yeah, because I think he officially signed. Maybe 3 Down Nation hasn't updated this article because they also have Kobe Williams not signed, but Kobe Williams is back with the Elks, and that was official.
Yep.
Curly Gittins, I don't believe is anywhere.
Nope.
Right.
Dominic Rhymes, I don't believe is anywhere.
Nope.
That's interesting because he was, every time I do a Stamps game, they talk about how he was one of the guys that
He's got a good relationship with VA.
Yeah, and he's like a glue guy in the room. Like that's the one thing the Stamps always talked about is how well everyone gelled together. That gave him, that nice run early in the season. But yeah, he's still a good receiver.
Javon Santos Knox is number 22, but he just signed with Winnipeg, so he's off. Anthony Lanier, I believe, is still a free agent. Offensive lineman from Calgary, Joshua Coker, I believe, is still out there. William Stanback's not sound. Sean McEwen from Saskatchewan signed?
I don't believe
They don't have him anywhere. Okay, so he's not anywhere. Dalton Schoen is going to be a free agent. Josh Wood is going to be a free agent.
Is Schoen hurt?
Wood, I think.
Yes.
Wood went to the Riders. Linebacker? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then this is still not fully updated. Dalton Schoen's coming off back-to-back ACL tears. Probably won't be ready for the start of the season.
That's tough.
So I don't know if he'll have a signing now or if he'll be a little bit later. Lorenzo Malden the fourth. I don't know if he's anywhere. So there are still quite a few names that haven't fully signed that could officially sign in 26 minutes. But the big thing is just finding out, okay, did all the pen to paper happen? Did the Elks officially, is it all done that they're getting their names? I think we got into this a little bit last week. How would you rank the West right now? With what we believe is coming.
Straight up, no injuries as it is, and what we believe is coming. And bias aside, I'll have to put the champions number 1. They didn't just win the Grey Cup; they were first place. I mean, that's you kind of. I'll start there. I've done that. I think in the past with the Winnipegs, and I mean, you start there
Post to post first place.
It
last
was.
year.
It was So again, biases aside, I'm fully outside of that. I put them at 1, and then I would go. I mean, it's not a runaway. I think it's extremely tight, tighter maybe than it's ever been. So they're 1.
Oh, that girl got a lot of air.
BC 2,
BC.
Edmonton 3, Winnipeg 4, Calgary 5.
Interesting.
Is the West stronger than the East in your opinion?
Overall, yes.
Yeah.
But Montreal provides a lot of top heaviness.
Yeah.
I would say.
Do you think Hamilton has a bounce back?
I'm
not
very-
that they had a bad year last year.
But they got decimated.
Yeah, they did.
I say it every
Yeah,
year.
that's
I'm
more
always
injury.
interested. Ottawa was always that. Oh, they're gonna people's Grey Cup prognostications. Oh, Ottawa. Now they've been riddled with injury. I never believed in Bobby Dice really as a head coach.
No,
I agree.
But it's interesting now with Ryan Dinwiddie, and they pillaged a lot of the Riders' defensive 2 linebackers and Baldonado. And I wonder with Dinwiddie there if they can stay healthy and what he's done with quarterbacks. This could be the dawning of a new day in Ottawa. I'm not picking them to come out of the East, but
I think they're the Elks from last year. They're 2 years away.
Yeah,
you would think. I
yeah.
think this year you see some good steps forward.
leapfrogging Hamilton or Toronto though.
Toronto's
yes.
such an interesting one because of Chad Kelly. I don't know what Chad Kelly is yet.
Well, and people write them up like the head coach,
Because of
all
the
this
injury.
stuff.
Yes.
Nobody, and that's what they do. They
So to me, because like while John Murphy's not there anymore, he has brought in other guys already that are there.
Yeah.
So are they ready to take that step up? I just don't know if Chad Kelly is the MOP like he was a couple years ago. That's enough to carry Toronto to a certain level.
Oh yeah.
Hamilton, I'm just worried about from their perspective. They've got decimated in a lot of ways. Ed signed apparently 3 of the offensive linemen that they had from
yeah.
last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
They're losing Greg Bell. They're not exactly a team that has a lot of running, has that mainstay running back, but Greg Bell was a nice little player for
And an
them.
O-line that kept Bo healthy and upright
Yeah.
for most part.
Tim White's gone.
Tim White's gone. I don't think Shamir Bridges is signed anywhere as of yet.
I don't think so.
Did they bring in a receiver? I don't think so.
Well, they re-signed what's his face. Didn't they give him a new deal or something?
Kenny Lawler?
Yeah. Or
Well, yes, but
restructured
Lawler
or-
will still be
No, I know,
there.
but
But like one of their strengths was that they had this stacked receiving core.
Right.
Depending on how you believe, did they take a step back in terms of backup quarterback? Should Bo get hurt? Like
well, wait.
It's-
Before we go on, who's your guys' Give me your
the
Western
West?
power
Well,
rankings here.
The Riders have to be number 1. I will always respect the champs. What did I have last week? I think I went BC, Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg.
After
Oh,
Saskatchewan.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
same as me,
'cause
except you flip Stamps and Bombers.
I still think there's something there for the Stamps. I think if they could stay healthier on that defensive line, they were for the first half of last year an excellent football team. They were the best in the CFL. Haven't made too many moves, but they've brought back the majority of their free agents, the majority of their team. VA gets a full off season there, not having to deal with free agency and all of that. I like what they can do. I think the Elks take the major step forwards. I'm just not sold on Winnipeg. And even though they went out and they won free agency, that's what we're saying. That's not a recipe for you're going to go win.
Right.
I'm still going based off the stank that they have of prior successes or lack thereof in the big game. But I
last
still
year-
think there's a bit of that.
Last year, it finally hit.
I
Last
know.
year, they've dropped.
But they were still.
their crossover.
Yeah.
I think it finally was there. The O-line doesn't protect as well.
I'm hoping. Don't get me wrong. I just can't.
Caleros is old.
Yes, he's going to get hurt this year.
Well,
He's just, that's what, so
how
now
many
it's,
times, Matty?
That's a great
Yeah,
question.
that's the question.
So can Terry Wilson carry them?
One way to find out.
And we will sooner rather than later, I'm sure. I love him in the booth. Get him in the booth. Come on, Zach. It's time. I loved him on the Grey Cup coverage.
Remember Milt mid-season when he got that bad concussion was like, just retire.
Well, that was the thing when he was with the Riders. People were like, it should be, people should be locked up if they let him play football again. Like it's a damning. And then he goes off and does what he does in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this stage, it's kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to. Like you're like, oh, geez, again.
Maybe he just wants that nice fat contract for the year. And
Again, he leapfrogged Bo for me in terms of like booth personalities or play-by-play color.
The big uncertainty for Winnipeg that I think why there's a lot of comeback to is they weren't a fan of their OC, who's back to being running backs coach or some assistant on the team.
That was the big gripe.
But bringing Tommy Condell, where they're hoping that they, especially Bombers fans. Well, that was a great angle of that jump, by the way.
That's
the full
the
drone
drone.
behind it was so cool.
And who was Condell with last year?
Ottawa.
Was it Ottawa?
Ottawa.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure he was Ottawa last year.
Yeah.
But that they'll use Brady more. Like when you look at the playoff loss to Hamilton, it would have been, I believe. No, Montreal. Like they weren't running the football. And they're like, why aren't you running you have Brady? Why aren't you running the football?
Yeah.
So that's what they're expecting, that if you start running the football more with Brady, you start utilizing him more,
Well, you have to.
that it will take some pressure off the O-line protecting of Zach, that he could stay upright and throw that ball. But if you're just going to throw the football and expect him to sling it 35 times in a game, he's going to get destroyed. He's going to get hurt. Terry Wilson's going to have to come running in and try to save the day. Did you put a ranking of the West?
What did I have? I think I had, Saskatchewan. Did I have Edmonton going second? I'll take Edmonton second. Yep, big jump. BC, Calgary, Winnipeg.
Yeah.
I really like, maybe I'm biased, but I like what Edmonton's doing.
Well, what it feels like is they built a team. There's a lot in continuity from year to year.
Yeah.
And they've just supplemented that continuity.
Yeah.
Like because ultimately, like if that defense is as good as it was in the second half of the season,
I would have hated to play if they found their way into the playoffs. If there was a couple more weeks left. Now, again, that's not how this goes. However,
yes,
the way they were playing, they were a dangerous team coming out of that second half.
So defensively, if that is who the defense is, that is a very good defense that we saw. The entire secondary is coming back. You're just losing Niles Morgan, which he wasn't there for half the season or whatever. So your linebacking core is coming back. So you got 8 guys right there that are coming back. And on your D line, there was quite a bit of rotation in the end. You've only lost 2 guys. You lost Serezna and you lost Kongbo. But you add Malik Carney
Oh God,
as a flip side to that.
That to me is, I can't say it enough. And I'm not going to christen anybody like a winner of free agency, but that move, that makes Serezna, and again, the whole here, Winnipeg, it's, I mean, the guy, the injuries and whatnot, but the Malik Carney acquisition is just chef's kiss, I would say.
Noah Curtis, I think it is. Between Noah Taylor and Noah Curtis. Noah Curtis got hurt in training camp last year, was done for the season. So you bring him back for a full season, hopefully this year. Like that.
But
so
now the offense
is there.
You mentioned the offensive lineman they pillaged from Hamilton. You've got Fajardo now starting, knowing, because last year, remember the camp thing? He was a better quarterback. You didn't get the thing. Now you've reunited him. One of the best running games, I would say, personnel-wise, in the backfield. And now you bring in an Austin Mack.
You got the 2 things that for the offense for me that I look at is, one, now I think Jordan McSimic realized what he has in Justin Rankin and is going to start the season planning around, we've got this great weapon. We've got to use him. And then the big flaw that I said the Elks offense that didn't have last year was that just playmaking receiver. Yeah. And they brought in Austin Mack. They've got a great competition, I think, for the number 2.
Yep.
With Robustelli coming in along with Keon Julian Grant. Victor and Olaire. Like you've got a nice, healthy competition that hopefully somebody will rise, claim that, and be like, yeah, no, I am that receiver to go along Austin Mack. It's just health for Austin Mack. That for you, like, I wanted to almost take Edmonton too myself. Like, I wouldn't be shocked by it.
Yeah. Brinkman and Serezna were playing hurt as well on the D-line for a lot of the year. So I don't know. And there's an attitude and an expectation and demeanor around that group that it feels like they're finally raising their level, and the performance will get there, and then so too will the outcomes and results. So I don't know. I just feel like they're BC is their nemesis. I feel like though.
But I still
I agree.
Benavides still
But
BC are fun to watch.
Edmonton largely.
No, I get
That's
that.
the one thing I would say.
But BC to me are a little fraudulent in the case of they'll put a point, fantasy darlings in that regard. But that defense, man, if they can't
lock it down,
if they can't plug some of those holes.
The big thing for the Elks is just the game 1 win.
That would be nice.
You're in Ottawa.
Yeah. You should.
They're
win
a
that game.
team that's gone through a lot of changes. They need to figure out their chemistry. They got to figure out the things that they're learning with their new coaches. Even if Ottawa's a good team this year, they're primed to take advantage of for week one.
Yep.
If they lose week one, I will then go, because just there's the mentality in Edmonton of, here we go. Like, we're going to start the season off 0-4 type thing. And I think they need to just get that first win right off the bat, so that's not there. Otherwise, things could snowball. That's going to always be the fear I'm going to have with this team, is that they lose one, all of a sudden it's going to be 0-4. And then everything we've said today goes out the window, and they're playing from behind again. But they haven't had an opponent to start a season like Ottawa in I don't know how long. You have to take advantage.
And I don't think they possess the same fragility as they've had in prior years.
But
That
if you
could
lose
happen.
this one,
I understand.
Could that fragility just pop in?
But it could. It very well could. But I think I'd be more confident that it wouldn't, as opposed to prior years, and first time head coach and Trey Ford and all these things trying to learn. I think it's a little more solidified with some of the people in key positions. But it'd be nice.
Speaking of Ottawa, what a coup they pulled off in plucking Ryan Dinwiddie out of Toronto.
And it's funny because they ultimately move on from John Murphy. They could have easily just given him GM head coaching spot.
Yeah.
But they wanted to keep John Murphy, and then John Murphy was caught tampering with Corey Mace, and they got rid of him. Could have just kept their coach and GM, and they just went, we'll move on we'll bump up John Murphy or something.
Murphy's a true throwback CFL guy.
Isn't he?
It's always something. Fighting with fans, shady deals. A character.
He's a true CFL.
He's one of those guys. Those stories that.
But Ryan Dinwiddie has proven to be an unbelievable coach.
Yeah.
Can he be a GM?
QB whisper.
But for him, he's got Sean Burke above him.
Yes.
That he can, like Sean Burke, he can handle some of that stuff that Ryan Dinwiddie doesn't want to, or feels like, hey, I don't have time for this. You do it.
Yep.
But man, Sean Burke's just failed upwards.
Yeah.
Out in Ottawa.
But I think now Dinwiddie too. You're in a market now where there's a thirst and a hunger for success, and that's not pressure in a bad way. But I think he's gonna love that.
Yeah.
And I mean, as opposed to being in Toronto, where it's you win a Grey Cup and
The afternoon show's not talking about you.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but I mean that's just the way it is. But Ottawa, you could you give them a winner, or you give them the hope of a winner.
They'll show up.
And if you win, they'll love you.
They'll love
They've been thirsting for quite some time themselves.
Ottawa, speaking of a rebuild, their facilities they're getting a new half stadium. So there's a lot of transition in Ottawa, which is interesting. If you don't know, they're tearing down the one side of the stadium where the arena sits underneath, where the 67s play, and then the PWHL team as well. And they're building it on the south end zone side of TD Place. They're building a new arena there that has some seats and suites that face the football stadium, and then they're going to completely rebuild that stand. So
It's a cool process.
Yeah.
Of how they're doing it in phases.
yes,
That's what they've done. And again, sorry to get back to soccer, but instead of moving to a whole new facility, teams have, because the soccer stadiums are literally four.
you
You just have your stands. It's not all connected. So you do one year, and then you use your money and
Then
you
you
kind of
attach
keep
it to the
building as you
others.
go. Yeah. So I love it. The whole condo bit there, where you can get in that condo and watch it.
Apparently, Dusty has talked about it. Hernan and everyone else, they say it's the best party vibe around.
I'd love to go as a fan.
Yeah.
And in the government town of Ottawa, that everybody says is usually boring with its nightlife.
There's
and
fun
everything.
there.
Yeah, well,
There is fun.
They apparently have some breweries and restaurants that are right there. So
Yeah.
you go,
Yeah.
you hang out there, you go to the game afterwards, you could go back to that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's where I look at Commonwealth. If you want to do that, there's those condo buildings on the east side of the train tracks.
Yep. They're redeveloping all of that.
And they've got some nice podium space. There's a nice coffee shop in one of them. But if you had a couple of restaurants, you could have tailgate on the west side, you could have a nice restaurant on the east. The only problem is, at least with Ottawa, the rink is there for 67s and stuff.
Correct.
That it could be used more.
Yes.
that's true.
In Edmonton, it's, what are we going to get to this year?
10 games plus a few
we have 4
concerts.
concerts right now that's
Some
taking place
soccer.
at Commonwealth. And then soccer.
But
scene.
we've
so
brought
it's just
back-
not enough.
You get in 25 days, right?
So it's too bad that
Yeah.
it's just a shame that Commonwealth, honestly, if somebody could do it, just put a retractable roof on it.
Apparently there's anchors in place or whatever to put a roof on it, and that never came to fruition,
But the
obviously.
Starlight Room is brought back.
I'm going to a concert Starlight Room soon.
Old Union Hall, which
Oh,
is
you mean
now the
Pawn Shop?
Starlight or Pawn Shop.
Pawn Shop.
Pardon me.
Starlight Room's
Starlight
still
Room's
around. Pawn Shop's live.
Pawn Shop's back. The Druid's back.
Yeah.
Bring back the End Zone.
Oh boy,
End Zone Pub.
that
Right?
was
But that would at least, instead of putting like a
Yeah.
Johnny Generics or something, that this would at least get that retro pop that people are like, oh, go to the End Zone, even if it's not a game. Like, oh, it's the End Zone.
I'm not gonna lie, I had some fun at the End Zone Pub.
Right?
After games. I was
true
like,
pub.
End Zone Pub? Yeah.
Classic
A
boozer.
spot to
Yeah.
go get a drink beforehand, or a spot to go after a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And enjoy yourself.
And theme it
you
up
could,
and
you could do it across in one of those podiums, and you could build the End Zone Pub sports
that's
bar.
your
Yes,
jewel
that would
center,
be
and then
great.
have some things around it. And
And for something like that, there's a lot of now condo space there that, hey, look, those people might like Panini's pizzas right there. There's
Yeah.
a chicken place right there.
The-
I think if you had one restaurant there, it could survive potentially beyond non-busy event nights.
Right.
But then on those event nights, it could get really bumping.
Now, I have this obscure fascination with city development and condos.
Go
and
on.
high rises.
You sick puppy.
Yeah, I am a sick puppy that way. I like seeing things grow and built and stuff. There's more development happening in that area. Like there's going to be another tower there apparently and a couple other things. And I think there's already a restaurant that was built. Like it's a pre-existing building that's just a standalone restaurant. I don't know if anything's in there, but the intention is to have a restaurant.
what about a Donair shop? Give me your best, whatever
Let's
brand you
go.
prefer.
Yeah.
End Zone Pub, Donair, whatever.
I know Stadium Donair, it's a little bit of away, but
But then even over there, you've got what's now happening will be on the exhibition grounds, a whole residential building that's coming up, which is as
saw
far than a
that.
restaurant. If you built something there that they can go
Yeah.
visit. I don't think we're going to get rid of Commonwealth, but it does need some love then.
Yeah,
if we're
it
going
does.
to keep it. Like we're bringing in 4 pretty big concerts this year.
yeah.
I don't want to lose those, but that's where I would love a retractable roof because it'd be cool if we can get those in January, February.
One of those big multicolored parachute tarps you play with in elementary school.
Yes.
Just with
put it over
the hole
top.
in the middle.
Yeah.
And just kind of have a team and you throw it and you just,
Just tightly
yeah. And then fold it up and put it in the bag afterwards.
perfect. Yes. I think they tried that in Montreal. It didn't work very well. The engineering was not sound.
That's, you got to get the pros on the job. right?
Yeah. Get some AI program to figure it out. What was I going to say about that area?
You think about it. Portions
Don't
of this
air.
hour brought to you by the High
Don't air.
Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehighproductmarketing.com. Once again, stay tuned shortly. Actually, I should message Chelsea, see if I can get a mock-up of it instead. Limited edition hat coming that we'll be selling. One time, one run. That's it. That's all.
One color, one every, like,
One it's going to be as is. You've all seen it.
yes.
The Hive is built. You guys create a nice little hat that we're gonna have, just a limited run. So once we put that for sale, you'll want to get it sooner than later because once it's out, I am not doing another run of this. That's like I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna be like let's get another.
Sorry.
Let's get another 25 or something. No,
yes, yeah.
I'm done. I've ordered how many I've
Snooze,
ordered.
you lose.
The staff here is gonna get theirs, and then they're up for sale, and that's it.
we don't have to,
No,
oh, thank you.
you're welcome.
Let me be the first.
Hey, everyone got 3
That's
last
nice.
store.
Yeah.
Everybody can't have everything from the store, but
Yeah, but
I do need
we're
to
not
buy
the
a bunch
Canadian
of stuff.
Olympic Committee here where we can give everyone everything for free.
I want Lulu.
team coats.
Yeah.
We should have EST.
Quilted vest.
Yeah.
Sold out quilted vest.
Oh, shoot.
Let's put some respect to it, Tommy.
It's okay. I apologize. I take that back.
Did you guys enjoy Super Bowl? I wasn't here yesterday. I booked the day off. I had 2 carryover vacation days. I was telling people, and I said, well, I figured I'd use them. So I used
brilliant
them.
use.
But I know you had the hangover or the hangout yesterday.
Brilliant
hangout.
use.
But I haven't gotten a chance to discuss with you guys. I mean, Sully's was a blast. Everybody had a good
good.
time. I mean,
Yeah, game was whatever. At the third
I
quarter,
didn't
at
care
one
about the
point, it
game.
went to the roulette table.
I was hoping that it would be
Broke
a shutout.
even. Yeah,
I was cheering for the worst case scenario final score, and a shutout would have been great. But
I never made a bet on the ponies. Never found a
Yeah.
horse track I was happy. Well, the one time I found a gray. No, 2 times I found a gray. One time I found a gray was as the race was happening, and Jay and I were like, it placed. And then another race, I saw it on the TV. I'm like, hey, there's a gray. And there's another gray. So I went and got to Jay. And it must have been a replay or something because we were looking on the thing and it wasn't anywhere to be found. So we're very disappointed. So
No
I never got
roulette
that.
though. You didn't get to the table.
I got there. I went in the third quarter. I was
Okay.
bored.
Okay.
Like I need to get away from this game. So I went. I put my money down. When I win, I put it on the side, and then I spend whatever I put down initially, and then I broke even literally, which was like okay,
Even
whatever.
Steven.
Had a good time there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun time.
I didn't get on the machine.
Good smoked brisket.
Yeah.
Cheese
Yeah, you had the cheese. Oh,
Price was
yeah.
right.
Don't miss.
Lucas Bartholomew Holt has just texted in.
Yes.
And
LBH.
he has informed me that Chelsea, I believe, has access to Lulu stuff, Matthew.
Well,
That
now.
makes sense.
Well, now.
Oh, that's good to know.
I do need to buy a bunch of our gear, a couple hats and stuff to give away as gifts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thinking
People
ahead.
like that stuff.
Christmas is coming.
Yeah, we're on the march.
Ken Year just passed the Chinese New Year's, didn't it?
I think it's
Or is it
next
coming
week.
up? Is it next
Yeah,
week?
I think so. It's next week. Yeah.
A text has come in. I would like to share it with you guys.
I also have something with Super Bowl after you get to that.
Okay.
I don't want
This
to
is
forget that.
CFL related. You want to do Super Bowl first?
Well, I just want to say next year Super Bowl's on Feb 14.
Oh.
But
Lovas.
because it's the Super Bowl at this moment, it takes place the second Sunday of the month, I think is how it works. This year, Feb 1 fell on a Sunday. So it was put so it's like,
I just want to say, February
So
of this
next
year
year-
is set up
yeah.
perfectly. It's the 4 weeks
Yeah.
and it's very uniform.
yes.
Yeah.
It's dazzling to the eye. Like
so then
Symmetrical
Feb 1
element
next
is
year is a
phenomenal.
Monday, so then it has to be jumped to the 14th or whatever, and then it will work our way backwards. But why it's so important that it's on the 14th, not for the Valentine's Day perspective of this. In the States, it's President's Day the next day, and for us, it's Victoria Day the next day. Or no,
Family
Day
Family
the next
Day.
day.
So,
So
you
we
know.
are getting a long weekend Super Bowl next year.
Excellent.
The NFL the year after has not announced a date for the Super Bowl yet. It would, in theory, be the weekend before President's Day, I believe, with how it works, or I don't know. Or maybe not. No, it might not work. But they don't know if by then they'll expand to 18 games played and it messes with the things. But next year we get a
Valentine's
long
Super Bowl
weekend.
with a long weekend.
with a long weekend.
Excellent. This is going to be
A lot of smooching down at
some babies
Sally's.
made that
Reminder,
day.
no, we're not on the air on Monday, just so everyone here knows.
Oh, Family Day. Family Day.
Just making sure. You could get to the
Okay, when this text comes in, when do you guys think Edmonton is hosting Grey Cup next? Montreal hasn't hosted in almost 20, might be heading east after Saskatchewan. I'll just say this about Montreal and Grey Cup. They will not get one until Olympic Stadium is refurbished because they're not going to put it at Molson Stadium
yeah.
or at that Saputo Stadium. So they're basically out of the loop for the foreseeable future.
And it's not a rotation. It's very much a bid process. Edmonton did not get this last Grey Cup because the province didn't want to commit funds to this Grey Cup because they didn't want to go back to back again. As a province, they didn't want to have the Grey Cup Calgary Edmonton back to back years. They were hoping to maybe, I guess, then space it out. So
Yeah.
it's it's Calgary this year, Saskatchewan the year after. You would have to think that they do want the West or East at some point, the CFL, because it will have been 4 straight.
Okay, I guess
West.
would Ottawa be ready? No, Ottawa wouldn't be ready because
So it comes down to, can Toronto get it? I think Ottawa's 29.
when there's the
Think
stadium
when they're
is
ready,
complete.
I
Yeah.
think it's 29.
Yeah.
So you'd have to think they'll get it 29 or 30.
Would Hamilton or Toronto?
Hamilton just had
of them.
it, but they had 2, just like Saskatchewan just had.
Yeah,
Well,
so
maybe
you could
Toronto
see
gets
it.
another one.
It'd have to be Toronto, or maybe they go 5 straight West. It'd just be weird.
The Toronto one at BMO Field, by all accounts, was actually pretty good. Apparently,
Yeah, I mean, and now they're hosting World Cup again. Sorry to bring that up again, but the World Cup will be there, right? So there will be
Toronto?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll have like, would you have something done there that would say, hey, for a Grey Cup in a year or 2 time, it's better and bigger.
No, they're putting in crappy
Oh,
seating.
it's just okay. It's
Additional
just
seating.
scaffolding.
And
Scaffolding seats.
people in Toronto are pissed that they didn't find a better way to maybe.
Yeah, I thought there'd
expand
be
it
like a
better or something.
permanent.
No.
Okay. Well,
It
that
looks-
sucks.
that stadium. I was wrong last week. We were talking about it. I thought it was originally built like 7,000 to 10,000, and then they built around it. It was like a 20-something thousand seat stadium originally, but the one side was they added a second deck to the one side.
Yeah.
Then they added think more. Anyway, it's up to like 30,000 capacity.
Smallest 30,000 that I've ever like.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel or
No.
from my television point. of view.
And going back to how you
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, it was built in sections. Can I see that too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
By the way, it is now 10 o'clock, which means CFL free agency is open.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a cowbell to ring?
No, but I switched the sidebar. It said CFL free agency opens at 10 a.m. Now it's CFL free agency is now open.
is open.
It is switched over officially.
Serve you now.
It wouldn't have started until
No,
now.
well, that's just
I'm
it.
going to use a term. This temporary seating looks janky.
Oh, it's
good use
it's
of the word.
absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know that there's a lot of people in Toronto that are annoyed because it's like, why didn't you think of something? Why didn't you come up with a better, like you've known about this for a long time that you're going to host. They just started doing it, I think, this past summer. They're like, why didn't you do something sooner and try to make something better that
just-
has a
Great point.
better purpose?
Great point.
It structurally gives me the creeps.
When
Like I
yeah.
I don't like
yeah,
that stuff.
no, it's-
give me concrete.
Yeah, I
you know, give me
Real build.
solid.
A little bit of news from the Edmonton Elks. They've announced the press advisory for a press conference that will take place tomorrow at 11 a.m. With Ed Hervey, Mark Killam, and members of the Elks 2026 free agency class. I like how they say that.
Excellent.
And current members of the Elks roster. So tomorrow will be a day that we'll hear a lot from the players as well as coach and GM.
In the class. Line them up.
And the class.
It's gonna look good.
I'm assuming with all of us here at Edmonton Sports Talk, we're going to do a lot of trying to get as many of those players on the show as possible. Austin Mack has already been on the station twice.
He was great. I thought he was good.
And he was
well
released by
spoken.
Montreal, so he was allowed to sign right away, and that's why he's officially an Edmonton Elk. Now players can sign with this team. So if anyone has Joe Robustelli, apparently though, the nickname that the Green Zone in Saskatchewan gave him was Found Money.
Found money.
So you can
And a great story. Comes from like a baseball playing background. I don't the specifics of it all, but yeah, he just kind of found football. He's found money, but he kind of found football. But he's a stud, a low key stud.
I'm excited to hear from Malik Kearney. That's the one I'm very excited to hear from. And why Edmonton? What does he see from this Edmonton defense to want to come play for? He would know. How long was he with the Riders? It's been a couple of years.
A couple years.
Then he would know J.C. Sherritt.
Yeah, probably.
Sherritt would
I
have
think
been
there
there
was an
as the
overlap.
running back coach and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I think that's what the Elks plucked him straight from there because he was DC prior to that in the States.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's any if J.C. Sherritt had anything to do with that, even though he wouldn't have been his direct coach in any way, shape, or form. Because I think he was running backs coach in Saskatchewan. What was J.C. Sherritt?
Yeah.
Did he have any other role, or was it just?
I
running
think it
backs?
was
That's
just
the
that.
thing.
I think it was just that.
Linebacker coach and
Linebacker coach and running
coach and running game coordinator in 2024. So he was there for a year. So he would have had a little bit. That's always fun to see coaches that do two sides of the ball. It's kind of weird.
Well, with the cap and everything, you do what you can with what you got. And,
The wonderful cap.
yeah.
I'm a big fan of it. I think it's really grown coaching talent in the CFL.
All cap.
Big win for us on that one.
And the Gatorade, too. I did a small victory lap on the show this morning, but I couldn't believe when they were stirring that jug of Gator, and I said, "Lime yellow." And
I think some of the betting markets didn't pull down the market yet when that was shown, and a bunch of people jumped on at that moment. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, but I couldn't believe it. The no cap is more believable since it's like an event and he's got a good head of hair and everything. Like, and why would you wear a cap? But the Gatorade,
You were set
never
on
saw
yellow
it coming.
line.
Never saw it coming.
You did.
No,
you were set on when we were
Well, it was
talking
a
about
guess. I mean,
you were
it's
like,
all-
this is what we're doing.
Yeah,
And so we put that as the
we
Super Bowl
deep
play of
dove
the
into
day.
it. But let's be honest, there's no like hard analytic you're following on Gatorade. I
Hey,
mean,
on the hat, we put a lot of analytics on that.
That
we
you
were
can.
Google imaging that heck out of that one.
that you
at the
take
end of the
this
long shot.
performance and everything. But I mean, I didn't know. You just grab a tub. You don't know what's inside of it. But they had the top off.
Yeah, I was stunned when NBC showed it.
Yeah.
It was one of those. Like,
Has that never been done?
I don't recall that
No.
ever being done.
It's usually a surprise. You only find out.
There was either he was trying, like the cameraman and the switcher were trying to send a message to someone. Hey, here, look what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw that some markets were maybe still open and that people jumped in on that late because NBC was just showing it. Like, because there's still no guarantee that that's what's going to be thrown. There
True,
could be other
right.
buckets.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, well, they're mixing
But then
this
why
right
was it
now.
shown?
Why
Why
is
are
it
you
being
showing?
mixed?
Yeah. Did they just brew it up on the spot? Like add in the powder? And
That's actually a really good question.
Big wooden
too.
spoon, you know?
Do they just take any Gatorade bath or a Gatorade that's left, or do they like Here's the shower one.
Oh,
This is
this is
what
a
I
deep
love
dive
talking
I
about,
never
is this-
thought we'd get into.
I love it. The depths of
Also, I'm just gonna not for air, but
Oh, I've been following along
of
quite.
those.
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't see any of this.
Oh, it's
I just saw it.
it's been happening since the game.
It's kind of reading.
Look at us talking about stuff that.
So how about that ski jump?
So how about that? Hey, those skis are.
I don't
long.
know what's like. Why
Look at
do
that guy's got a camcorder there.
old
eh?
school
I love it. He's
camcorder.
putting it on the
It's
tape.
a coaching tool.
Yeah.
But do you notice like
Why
the,
don't just- yeah.
the seat that they're using, they move it up and down steps? I don't know what the rule is there, but they've gone up and down steps for different jumpers.
Has it been different based on gender? Because this is mixed.
That could be it. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're using the smaller jump. They're not using the big one right now.
Okay. I don't think I could ever even go down one of those.
That would be
even
so
as slow
freaky.
as possible.
Well, you'd want speed. I wouldn't want to.
just
Tumble down. You'd have to. If you're not catching speed, you're screwed.
But is there a way to like not go that fast?
Yeah. Just a medium.
Like, can I go like 30 kilometers? Yeah, just like wee. I like wee. I want to see who the first signing is going to be today.
That would be funny.
Like, cause here's the one thing: we don't have to wait for the signings. But I think I learned that last year is that it wasn't until like 10:30 the first team finds like, oh, we've signed this person. You've had a week. We know that you've done this.
They don't want to get Hervey.
Do
Just get the whole have the press release ready to go and throw them out there.
we
for
like
something.
it this way? I know we all have fun with the window and it's all hardy har har and everything. I just
Just move free agency up.
yes,
You're saying?
yeah.
Last
Like-
week with free agency.
Like, let's stop. It's
I'm
a
good with that.
uniquely CFL thing where we all kind of giggle together and come together and
I will say it's not completely like I understand. In the NBA, they have free agency, but it's not official until the new season starts later in July.
sure.
But they don't pretend.
No,
They don't go.
that's
you're
what I'm
signing
saying.
him.
This whole
Let's just call today the start of the new CFL season.
Sure.
But last week's free agency.
yeah.
And just focus on that and then move it to the Monday.
That's what I'm saying because it's tough to promote a day like today.
Yes.
If you're just gonna say it like this, if you were to give it a different name and just say start of the season, kickoff to the year or whatever you want to.
And if you're the CFL,
Get more
you
eyeballs.
put it in on the Monday. You take it off the Sunday, put it on a Monday so that it's regular day.
Yeah.
And we go all in on and that's free agency.
Yeah.
And because look, Ed, there was rumors with Ed having come to terms with like 2 or 3 players within the first 30 minutes last week.
Right.
You tell me he quickly just like I know Ed's a short guy. Like he could like in terms
wanna
of
sign here?
He
Yeah,
could be.
okay.
He's very much just down to business.
Yeah.
Signed.
But it's one of those like there was clearly across all the teams a tampering prior to that. So just we know there's tampering. Make sure the tampering doesn't happen before the new year begins.
Yeah.
And let's just start free agency at the beginning of Feb.
Yep.
Boom, simple, easy to go.
Here.
Do it either do it the Monday after Pro Bowl. Or like because Pro Bowl's now the Tuesday.
Yeah, Pro
do it on the
Bowl
Monday
games or whatever.
Pro Bowl's on the Tuesday. Do it on the Monday. You don't have to worry about the whole Super Bowl lead up because it really doesn't start till. Because when we were there, it was like the Wednesday. Everyone was kind of there. You've got a day. You've got a day of yours. Just make it the Monday.
Take it.
The first Monday after that. Monday after the bye week for the NFL. Take it as yours.
Yeah.
Move on.
You're
with
not
it.
affecting any other football scheduling that we always talk about with this league. And
Did anybody notice anything about Pro Bowl or?
No, I went on ESPN to look up a score for something, and I saw the Pro Bowl score. I'm like, oh, that happened.
I had the games on for a minute at home. I was like, that's neat, and then I turned it
Then
on.
it was out.
We're it's not in Hawaii anyway. Like I'm
they
totally
got
out
out
of
of
the
there.
loop with this,
It's not in Hawaii. It's a flag
and it
football
hasn't been
game.
for
Wasn't it in L? No, wasn't it at?
Orlando. It's been. I don't know where it was
that
this
maybe
time.
makes. Yeah, I don't know. I just to me like I'm done learning when it comes to that. The Pro Bowl is Hawaii. It's AFC like that. I'm
Aloha
stopping
Stadium
there.
or
I'm
whatever.
stopping there. I don't need to get any more.
Well, and apparently for the players, it was like at least if I'm going to be doing the Pro Bowl, I'm going to Hawaii.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
it's like where I don't want to go here.
Why are we doing this?
Where was it this year? Let's find out.
Was it just in San Fran? Did they do it?
It was at ESPN Disney XD at the Moscone Center
Of course.
in San Francisco. And then last year, it was Camping World Stadium in Orlando. Year before that was also there. It was at Allegiant Stadium in 22. And since 2022, it's been called the Pro Bowl Games, not the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
2021, it was the AFC NFC Pro Bowl. 2020 was the AFC NFC Esports Pro Bowl. And then prior to that was the AFC NFC Pro Bowls from 16-19. So there's been a couple names changes.
Nah,
Just go back to Hawaii or move on with it. Although I was seeing like people trying to compare like what the Pro Bowl was now versus what it used to be, and they show the Sean Taylor destroying the punter,
That was hilarious.
and then they show the flag football that it is now. But it's like the Sean Taylor one that play was an outlier.
Yes.
we were all stunned by it because that never happened.
that's why we're talking about it. Yeah.
The Pro Bowl back then was not better.
No.
Like
No.
it wasn't a great game that we're all
it
clamoring
was
to
changed
watch
for a reason.
Yes.
in a sense, but
But just go back to Hawaii or something.
That I don't think was it Aloha Bowl or Aloha Stadium? I think it's like,
It's renovated.
is it? Okay.
Or they did something different because that's where they play the Hawaii Bowl.
Yeah. It had I was reading about it. It had like a baseball configuration, and I believe the stadium seats were on rails, just like at Skydome, how they could move it.
oh yeah, okay.
And this is not a new concept, but the track system had become deficient and needed upgrades.
So it's a 50,000 seat capacity. It is being demolished at the end of this year, or last year, I should say, 25, and is set for replacement with a 22,500 seat multi-purpose stadium, which the Rainbow Warriors, will play their football program out of.
But that's less than half the capacity. That's kind of disappointing, isn't it?
So no more bowl game.
I'm assuming the bowl game will. Oh, the bowl game hasn't been there since 2019.
Wow.
So where has it been playing?
They had a bowl game there, didn't they?
Oh, they're now playing at the Clarence TC Ching Athletics Complex.
Of course.
That's where they're okay.
I knew it.
They should have had a World Cup. Sorry to get back to soccer again. A World Cup game in Hawaii.
Wouldn't that be something?
Going back to the Americanization of it all, and get people like, hey, you're playing your group stage games. One's in Hawaii, another one's in Philly, and you're spending like billions on travel as a fan. Just to make it extremely more hard or more difficult than it already is to kind of get into these games. One in Hawaii. You got to go way out there. Take a boat.
There's something I saw.
Fan cruise.
I can't remember.
Take a boat.
Oh,
Leave
did
a
you
week before the game.
Did you see North Dakota going to the main football Mountain West?
They are?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, not good for my proposed CFL expansion, I guess. It adds more interest there, I guess.
Portland's like kind of an area of interest for the CFL.
Well, if they lose their basketball team.
What did they lose in their basketball team for?
Well, I don't know. I just saw something online where it's like new billionaire might be moving.
Well, Tom Dundon bought them.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dundon
wow.
I'm
bought
not
them.
saying that they Rip City step. I don't
He
want to, because
sold
you and I are
part
the
of
same.
the Hurricanes, not a majority share, but he sold part of it, made some money, but then he bought out the the Trailblazers.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
It was one of those random X articles I saw. It could have been an opinion piece. It was from a Portland sports writer, I know. So he had an idea or thought there. Again, nothing is happening.
Well, I don't think their
set.
stadium has been like they're not in the stadium's old that they're
Right.
The
old that they're-
Moda Center.
It's not a sexy.
It's in early 90s, mid 90s.
So maybe he's
It was
trying
okay.
to get it renovated, and that's
That could be your. Yeah.
the NBA. Though apparently yesterday it says this year they'll vote at their board of governors to expand by 2 teams. Vegas and Seattle is the favorites.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But we're getting a set for NBA expansion, which was always going to happen.
Yep. Now, the interesting thing about Vegas is they've had, even though they have T-Mobile Arena, they have the Thomas and Mack Center at UNLV. They have a couple of arenas at Mandalay Bay. There's the one in Henderson where the Silver Knights play and the arena football team. Like they have 1 million arenas in Vegas, and they want to build another one for the basketball team, also on the Strip. And that would be like the 3rd major arena, on top of the fact that the football stadium's across the street from the Strip. But apparently, like a bunch of the plans have fallen through, and there's a couple plots of land where they can build it, but the resort element and the casino element with the stadium or arena, pardon me, all of them seem to have fallen through. So I don't know what's going on there. Like, why wouldn't they just go to T-Mobile Arena?
Because I guess maybe the one thing would be you're not the primary tenant.
Right.
With the Vegas Golden Knights claim primary tenant. So you get the second set of dates.
Usually, I think it's like 95% of the dual arenas that serve NBA and NHL teams, the NBA team takes precedent over the NHL team and becomes primary tenant. Like I think that might even be part of Seattle's setup when they get their NBA team.
So would that
You get first dibs on dates.
that
and
totally
priority.
in favor?
Yeah.
You're not. I do like the idea of the strip being all stadiums and playing surfaces moving
baseball
forward.
stadium.
There's no way the
No, I know.
casinos aren't as a big thing anymore.
I want an MLS. I want it all, and it all has to be built in that.
You choose UNLV will move there, and everything
whole
just
bit.
moves there. So it's like instead of going from casino to casino,
Yeah.
you're going from sport to sport, and they all have to play. And there's a law in place that no one can play at the exact same time. They have to be staggered.
It has to be.
So you could go to multiple things and take an hour to go down the
Well,
strip.
the Golden Knights are their team, right? Mm-hmm. You're getting the A's, which aren't their team. You had the Raiders, which aren't their team. I do wonder the expansion, like
It would be their team.
it would be another one
be
of
their-
their teams.
It would be their
so
team
like baseball,
finally.
like those poor athletics, man, or whatever they're going to be called. You're coming there now.
I forgot about that.
You
That's
might
right.
be another secondary thought in a market where you're like, oh, not to say like again, Oakland. It was getting near the. You felt bad for everything there in the statement and then, but it's just kind of funny now that like because they love that pride of like the Golden Knights are theirs and everything, and I get that. But for them to move there and all this fanfare of getting baseball, and then you drop an NBA team in there, which they can now adopt again as theirs to kind of steal that thunder, would be.
But the Golden Knights will have
something.
next year will be their 10th year, so it's baked in.
They've built it.
Oh yeah. That
They're
doesn't get
solidified.
lost.
Yeah.
But it would totally take the charm off the baseball. Yeah, or you would think like it's just like
They don't even want that
No,
team. They're
no,
like,
no.
I guess.
Especially because, like, depending on how quickly expansion would go, let's say the Board of Governors announce this year we're going to do expansion, it might only be a season before they're in. Like, they might go through next season, 26, 27, then 27, 28, the NBA teams playing.
Yeah,
Athletics aren't expected to play there till, I think, 28.
I think so.
so that'd be even more
So
hilarity.
the NBA might actually get into
if they
Vegas
picked them?
before the A's even get to
that would-
Vegas. Let me double check when the A's
It's
are
wild.
playing there.
Yes, and then there's the trademark copyright that someone bought the trademark for Las Vegas Athletics, Las Vegas A's, Vegas Athletics, and
So now we got to call them the Athletics of Las Vegas.
I don't know,
or
but
something like that,
it's-
like an Angels thing.
well, it's to the point where like, and I think the A's lost the court battle to get the name because of the patent was purchased by someone.
It was a
Yeah.
bar in Oakland as an FU. But we, remember having this chat. One thing I wonder is because the owner is just this type of guy, would he be like, "Do you want? Okay, we're going to kill this athletics brand.
Yep.
We are going to go through a brand new name change when we're in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make a crap ton of money because it's brand new merch. No one can wear the old merch
That's
type
right.
thing because you're not representing the A's. And will that bar finally just be like, okay, we don't want the A's to go away?
It could get to that point.
That's the one thing I wonder. Okay, when are they moving in? They are.
would you want to kill them or let them survive? Like that's the.
I don't know. That's a good
And you'd be the
question.
one to kill. Like you would be the one to kill
caused
them.
it, yeah.
You would kill
Their
them.
legacy dies.
Which
in
might be
Oakland.
like,
But
hey,
not
I
a
don't want.
bastardized version of them playing in Vegas.
Yes, right. I don't- they're-
You're putting them out of their misery. You're taking them behind the
The
bar.
A's only play in California.
Yeah.
Right? Like whether they went and played in Sacramento, that's
think
fine.
I'd do
You're
it.
not taking this out of the state.
No,
Right?
I'd
This
do
is
it.
ours.
I'd sit on
even
it.
though they began in Philly.
Right. So they have. So the A's will play 25, 26, 27 with an option for 28 if necessary
In Sacramento.
in Sacramento.
Yeah.
So that's why it's scheduled to be open in 28, but
I'd love
you
to
never
go to
know.
a game there, too.
So it would be
I've been to
funny
that
though.
stadium.
The NBA slots into the Vegas market before the
that'd
A's
be awesome.
ever get
I'm
there.
here for it.
And they just easily become this bottom team that. Oh, okay, cool. The A's are playing.
Yep.
Like that's fine. That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome. When are you guys leaving?
Well, the stadium, like, it's starting to take shape on the strip where the A's are going to play. It looks like it'll be pretty cool, but yeah, it's just kind of like
It'll be one of those. It'll be one of those event style probably more tourists going than like hometown fan type of deal. I mean, Raider Nation, obviously, like they still have the brand and the so, but like,
and it's the NFL.
Yeah, how many athletics fans will be going to Vegas for that? But you'd go like I'd go just as
I'd go to a game
as a spectator, and you'd probably draw a lot of other people just going to watch baseball, or your team visiting.
That's right.
Like they're going to have no home field advantage.
Oh, no, that's true. 30. I think their ballpark's only gonna be like 33,000, so it's smaller scale. And they're going that way with the newer ballparks where
I don't mind
like
it.
the 40.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, bring it in, make it cozy kind of thing.
I prefer a cozy park is for ball. That's good.
Yeah.
Just on the 3 Down Nation 2026 free agent they have a live thread going. They've added CFL free agency is now open. We could only assume this is an organized moment of silence for Marie-Philippe Poulin's injury, as she'll not be playing for Canada against the U.S. today. And then they added, this would be a great time to know how to whistle. That we're just waiting for something from the CFL. But they bring up a good point, and I didn't realize this. The BC Lions are the only team without an agreed-upon deal before today. The BC Lions are the only team that didn't have an agreed-upon, we're waiting for free agency to open to get a deal done. So that's very interesting. That they did strike. I know they struck out on Crum and Trey Ford. There's not a lot of other names that I heard they were fully, like we heard them being rumbled in on. It was like they were focused on quarterback. But yeah, nothing done by BC, which is interesting. But last year they made some late sneaky moves. So I'm not like, here they're taking that step backwards. And when you have that offense, you just have to believe they'll be able to score.
Taking the approach of not winning free agency to then go on and have because we all know the curse of winning the free. So they're doing the old switcheroo there.
We're not signing anyone.
No, yeah.
How dare you?
Screw you.
What is this free agency day?
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
But yeah, when you have Nathan Rourke and you have Keon Hatcher and Justin McInnes,
they're fine going one way.
They have James Butler, and then there's that player McCord loves from New Orleans that has come up.
The running back. Yeah.
Their defense will always leave you wanting a little bit more, maybe, but they're a team that can score points. It's just who's going to back up Nathan Rourke. Because he's also one that I think it's like, he's going to be gone for like 2 games.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah Mazzoli clearly was not the answer.
Mazzoli's what, like 35 now?
Yeah, and he looked bad.
Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah.
So we'll see who they go for as a backup. Not a lot of great options out there. The official drink of the EST Hangout is Dylan's Small Batch Distillery. Refreshing cocktails made by the #1 canned cocktail brand, made the right way, crafted in Canada. Go into the fridge. Don't touch those ones.
Oh, yeah. No, I
have a question about like future quarterbacks. What's the latest on Elgersma and what's the latest on Noah Rourke? Or
Curtis
Rourke.
I don't know what's going on with Curtis. Elgersma, I don't understand. I don't know because he's going to the UFL.
Is he really?
So, but the UFL season ends before the CFL season starts. So I don't know if he's using this as a way to try to just play football, but be ready to go for training camp in the NFL this year and take another crack at the NFL.
Right.
But have some playing time to be ready for that.
Some pro tape.
Or if maybe he's a guy that goes UFL to CFL afterwards, just because
the UFL
maybe there's no NFL option for him.
Right.
So I just view it as maybe it's right now, play some football, because he didn't do anything last year. Get some football in, and hopefully an NFL team tries to bring him into camp. And if not, maybe he could come to the CFL.
It's fascinating. Like I as a fan of Canadian football players and wanting to see them succeed at the highest level, of course, the NFL.
Yeah.
But I obviously selfish towards the CFL. I'm fascinated by his path, and maybe, I don't know if stubbornness is, or determination, however you want to describe it, to ensure that he gets another shot at the NFL, or because how many guys out of U Sport have done this? To me, he's like the only one in my lifetime.
I couldn't think there'd be a quarterback that's ever done it.
Was there a U Sport or part of CIS Canadian University player in like the 60s, 50s?
Somebody would have to jump up, but I would probably guess no.
Yeah, like what he is trying to do is
And he had a good
The
preseason
unthinkable, yeah.
with the Packers.
Right.
Like there was a lot of people that were actually a little surprised that no other team took him when the Packers did sign because he played actually quite well. But it's the same as a Canadian has. Oh, it's the exact same actually. The Canadian has that. There's those coaches in the CFL that look down on the Canadians.
Absolutely.
NFL teams look down on a Canadian quarterback.
Yes. And he's
They
Canadian.
see the passport and they're going, really?
Yeah.
Canadian, no chance.
Yeah, that is very true. Update on Curtis Rourke. Still on 49ers. Management still loves him, apparently not going anywhere. Thank you for the text.
He
had a
was on the
4-year deal.
non-football injury list for the rest of the. He was coming off that knee
Yeah.
out of college.
Does the fact that the Hoosiers had such an incredible season and they looked so terrible in the playoffs last year, does that hurt Curtis Rourke's stock?
No.
He was holding them back.
I just hope, like,
Is he
I
playing
want
on
to
the one
see.
knee though?
Yeah.
I want to see him play.
It's
I
a
want to see him
joke.
play
there.
meaningful football.
Well, he did in the playoffs last year.
No, I know, but I'm just saying at a pro. Like, yeah, you just hope you're not hanging around injured lists, practice lists, this list, that list, and then it's
Lingering
like, I'm going to
kind of thing.
retire, and then we're like, oh, what could have been?
UFL, I want to see. Because they've had to move teams around again.
They're in Boise, I believe. I
Yeah.
think they're in Louisville.
Yeah. Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
Columbus.
doing actually the model for the UFL to continue to moving forward is being the Boise's, being the Louisvilles,
Orlando.
Go to those small markets that are never going to get a shot at the NFL.
Yeah.
Ever.
and we kind of hate the NFL in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
in a way, going to those games, supporting those teams is giving like the middle finger to them.
The college town even. So that maybe your player will go play for the pro team now that's in town. The Des Moines, Iowas, if the will, or something like that. But I know that that's not sexy to sell on ESPN or Fox or whatever. But you're going to have this is going to be a gate-driven league. You're going to have fuller attendances.
Yeah.
They're down to 8 teams.
I think they've been at 8 since the merger.
Have they?
I thought it was 4-4. 4 UFL teams, 4 XFL teams came together, I thought. But I think with Winnipeg and Elgersma, I think they're still confident in having Elgersma around.
And with Claros coming back, maybe they're just like, okay, you go play somewhere and we'll circle back to you.
And then, if he comes
There's
this
a
season,
natural bridge developing here, maybe that you can.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if at some point, at the very least in fall, we hear the announcement that Taylor Elgersma officially signs with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Because his NFL, there's nothing there in the NFL, and now the guy just wants to play football.
Yeah.
And to make it NFL tie-in with Claros exiting and all of us gleefully awaiting the Bombers' downfall, it would make so much sense to bring in like an Elgersma a la Drake May and just continue on then and have another bright tread of future in front of you.
I saw Farhan Lalji say yesterday that he thinks the Patriots miss the playoffs next year. And as he said that, I went, you want to know something?
Well, the schedule that we talked about that all year.
Yeah, it was one of those I went, I could see that.
Okay, this is
Are
fascinating.
the Bills really going to lose the division twice?
Exactly.
So right off the bat, you're down a couple of more games because the Bills are going to catch up. You have that first round schedule or the first place schedule. So you have to take on, you get the Steelers.
AFC wildcard ain't no joke, or it shouldn't be.
So when he said that, I was like, actually, I could see that one.
So, okay, I'm looking at the merger between the USFL and the XFL. Leading up to it, the XFL had lost $60 million during their season in 2023 after spending approximately $140 million in expenses, earning $80 million in gross revenue, including roughly $20 million that came from its broadcast contract from ESPN. Executives with the league and ESPN indicated that they considered the season a success. Like the USFL, the XFL also seeking additional investors with the assistance of PJT Partners. After the season ended, the XFL made league-wide cuts affecting up to 30 people, including 2 marketing executives. Both the USFL and XFL believed that the leagues could be independently viable in the long term, even if they continued to compete against each other. But by the time of the 2023 USFL Championship, they had decided that setting aside the business rivalry and merging the 2 leagues would be even more financially advantageous. And the USFL had 4 teams because it was the spring league, which they rebranded. XFL had, I think, 8.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Where's The Rock?
He's out.
He's still
out.
there
He's out.
apparently, but he's very small.
Red Bird and all
Very
that or whatever.
small
it was,
part of
right?
it. There was something that came up recently on Twitter or something. And he said, "No, I'm still part of it." Like, but I don't
Really?
think.
Oh, but yeah.
I think he
gets a vote. But he
arm's
don't-
length
yeah.
away, like a huge arm's length away. Because last year we didn't see him around at all.
Yeah.
We got the first move in the CFL.
Okay.
The Calgary Stampeders have signed Devondrick Bynum officially. He joins the Stamps after 19 games over 2 seasons with the Edmonton Elks. With all due respect to Devondrick Bynum, just for the Elks, not a loss. He wasn't the mainstay of their secondary.
Yeah.
By the time that season turned around, he's not needed. I think the spot he might have been where Cordell Jackson was, or was he where JJ Ross was? He might have been where JJ Ross was in. JJ Ross, Terrell Ford, Cordell Jackson, Kobe Williams, Jalen Garnes. They were strong back 5. So largely not a loss for the Edmonton Elks,
Stamps
but a
making
pickup
a
for the
move
Calgary
here.
Stampeders. One of those moves expected, but
First
it's
on
the
the board.
first official one on the board, and the CFL's free agency now could get going.
They keep
Teams are
getting the
waiting
party
for the
started.
first
This
one.
is the domino effect.
Of course.
This is the. We were waiting for that first domino to fall.
It was a clog in the fax machine.
And
One
it-
gets through, and then you can now it's gonna cascade.
Somebody didn't load paper into the fax machine to
yeah,
start the day.
Yeah, the toner was out.
Oh yeah, our toner's out.
Again?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Dustin tried printing off his big parlay book.
But no one said anything yesterday to me.
No, I don't print at all. I
That I think
waste
our
paper.
printer was fine then yesterday.
all electronic here and up here.
Up there.
But a bing.
There's been nothing going on this TV for a while.
No.
I thought it was just a.
The crowd at the bottom of the hill is packed.
I got to get something
One of
else
those
on. I
cameras
don't
in an
want to
eagle's
watch.
nest waiting for the eggs to
I don't
hatch.
wanna
Just thought
watch-
something was going to happen. Another.
What's going on here?
Here, let's watch some men's figure skating. It's the only
Sure,
honest thing
yeah.
that's on.
This is the guy. That's the guy that did the backflip there, I think, or something. You saw
Yeah,
it?
I heard you guys saying there's a
He
backflip done
backflipped.
or
You
something.
can only stick it with one. You can't stick it with 2. Apparently, so he
if
did
you're doing a
that.
backflip, you can only go with
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, like okay.
Well, I think it'd probably be if they're trying to backflip, let them do 2.
Well, sure. I mean, there should be no rule, but
Is there? So did he accomplish it?
oh yeah. There's video out, and then after that, he had to finish his like the high you must be getting off sticking that and not ending it, but then having to, like you're like this is now it's a breeze.
momentum
like,
is-
yeah.
yeah.
That adrenaline is
Holy crap!
yeah something else. I didn't believe it. I still think it's a bit AI.
Well, that's from December 6th. He did that.
okay.
I don't know if he did it at these Olympics yet.
That's we were.
Jeez. Look at this. Well, no, he's going. We got to go on. Like, this is damn impressive.
That is pretty cool. Well done.
Holy.
Old Gil says mixed curling gold is on.
Was it?
We're out of that though, so we don't care. Right?
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Devastating,
It was just very sad. Jocelyn Peterman was crying.
She was in full
I
tears. It
felt
was
so
terrible.
bad
Well,
for
I mean,
them.
they came out of the gates hot
Yeah.
to start, and then I think did Britain lose in the bronze earlier today? I think that's what it seemed.
What matters is Holman and Jacobs. As long as we get those
Well,
ones,
yeah,
I'm happy.
now, and that's Jacob starts tomorrow.
They're
and
starting
Holman on
right away
Thursday.
here. Yes.
Yeah,
And then we got Canada, U.S. women's hockey coming up today. They're
Yeah.
in the group play, which I don't know why they're in the same group.
yeah. I know Sweden's just mowing
Bye-bye.
down in Group B.
Yeah. Tough one.
So, but this is a nice preview for the gold medal game between Canada and the U.S. But it's just based off everything we've seen over the last couple of months. It's going to be tough for Canada. It'll be tough for us.
especially with your captain. But I mean, that does galvanize you a bit.
She's day to day. Marie Foley.
Ruled out though earlier today, courtesy Devin Haru.
For today's game.
Yeah, for today's game. Yeah.
Yeah, today's game doesn't matter.
No, yeah. But when you're going against a team like the States, having your
You want Marie Philippe Poulin with you, but it doesn't matter. The gold's what matters
That's right.
when we get to that moment.
but if you can plant a mentality seed today by keeping it,
or you let
could
them
be one
get
of those
let
things.
them
you
let
do
them
let them get fat and happy,
you let them get fat and happy.
but not purposefully.
You
You
just let it be. You give them that false sense of security.
basically what we're saying though is it doesn't matter.
You don't.
Let the
If
game
Canada
But we're
wins-
trying to find a way
if
that
Canada
matters.
wins today, we're gonna be like, see, we're all good, we're fine.
Yeah.
But if we lose, you just go with the mentality.
we're fine.
It's not the gold medal game. We're still gonna be in the
It's a
knockout.
win-win.
We're gonna go meet them in the gold medal game.
Pressure's
and
on
we'll
the
go get it
States.
to them. Pressure's all in the States. You can't
right.
lose the gold medal game after you beat us once.
this one today, yeah, you
Yeah,
can't.
you've beat us how many times in a row?
And you would expect them to beat us soundly because
Yes.
And if they don't, then
it's all the pressure.
Well,
Are you guys going to blow it? Saskatchewan Roughriders have signed American receiver Freddie Swain and Juwan Winfrey, and American running back Penny Boone.
Penny Boone.
So these are just a bunch of U.S. free agents that are coming up here. So, and then Sky Sports does ask, will Manchester United win 5 games in a row under Michael Carrick?
Whoa.
They get West Ham Thursday.
Whoa,
I throw it
now.
out there.
Great question.
A fan gets to cut his hair today,
Yeah, you seen this?
if he has.
No.
There's a United fan who, I don't know how many, 500 days ago or
It's
something?
a long time ago.
So he had pretty much a buzz cut.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not cutting my hair again until United win 5 straight.
They have not
And so
won
he's been
5
going on and on and on. And he's got this huge, I don't know if you have like a recent
He's got
picture.
He's
got good hair. Like
hair
it's thick. It's like
from
a
when he
Brillo
grew his
pad.
afro.
Yeah. So it's been kind of fun to watch, but
So if
Matt
if
finds it
they
very
win
annoying.
today, that's annoying.
but he got accosted at a game.
Wow.
Yeah, but he went
Yeah.
from buzz to that.
So there's his hair.
Jeez.
If they win today, he gets to cut his hair. What's this? This is from 5 hours ago.
I hope they lose
It's day 493.
or don't win, I guess.
He looks like Alexi Lalas.
Okay, yeah. He was at a match and some supporters are like, "You idiot," and like they were grabbing his hair like he's not liked or loved.
It's just bringing attention. We
Well,
don't need
of
this.
course.
We don't need this attention. Like, you're Manchester United, and now there's this story of one of your fans can't cut his hair because the club hasn't won 5 straight
It's a bad
games
look.
in
Like,
almost
yeah.
500 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't good for the club. This isn't a good look. Like, imagine if somebody, I guess that won't work, but somebody did something to really try to mock the Oilers. Or it feels like it could be a mocking thing of that they didn't win 3 in a row. They see 2 in a row this season. 3 in a row. 3 in a row.
Alexi Lalas.
I won't
Like,
cut my fingernails
It's
until they
one that, it's kind of not a good look for our like.
Right.
It'd be if a Liverpool person did this. Like,
Well, if
I'm
it's-
not going to cut my hair until United wins 5 in a row,
Or until
and
they
they're
lose
growing
5
this
in a
hair
row.
or something.
Then they-
But then it'd be funny because, like, from that, because it's a rival thing here. But this is
Yeah.
our club, and it's like, yeah, we haven't won 5 in a row. This is kind of embarrassing.
It's
Thanks
sad.
for
I see.
thanks for making sure the world knows about this.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Classic Alexi Lalas.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
he's
but he doesn't have that. He's got a short haircut now.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
crazy too.
He's a little. He went off the. Yeah.
Did he went off? He
I
went off
think
the deep end.
He took a dive. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hopefully.
Portions of this hour of the Hangout are brought to you by Ammer Injury Law, personal injury lawyers. If you needed personal injury lawyer Rick Mallet from Hammer Injury Law is who to get in touch with. 1-855-98-HAMMER. Proud title sponsors of the
Sorry, what's the
EST
number?
Fun Spiel. 1-855-98-HAMMER.
One more time, just to be safe.
1-855-98-HAMMER. Oh, nice bang there. I should add that.
Well, we
before
should have a graphic that
gavel.
comes in with a.
Well,
like a
actually,
it just shatters the screen
we
like a
got
real.
Gager. Dusty got Gager that gavel for hot takes judging. Where did that go? Did he take it home? Because he doesn't even use it on hot takes or anything anymore.
We're missing the boat here.
We
with
should get that back
Yeah.
because then when you guys do 1-855-98-HAMMER, boom.
Boom. I like
Or
that.
But I want an animated hammer that comes on the screen, smashes the screen, then we all shatter into pieces, and then we come back.
Oh, that's like a star wipe.
Yeah.
So good.
I think that'd be rather.
There is I don't have my glasses on. There are different graphics on there. I don't think we have a shatter glass.
I know you fiddled
This is
around with
for
them in the
YouTube.
past. Yeah.
For those on the audio stream, my apologies, but this is for when we switch.
Give us a wipe,
I'm just trying. I can't read those fully.
and then give your glasses a wipe.
Well, that's pretty small. A window wipe? You want window wipe?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with the window wipe.
Oh, I
that
see.
wasn't fun.
But it was just on the scroll.
Yeah, that wasn't
bottom.
enjoyable at all.
Well,
okay, that was.
Something to work
That's
on.
almost been as exciting as CFL free agency so far.
Hey, what's happening in the thread? Have there been any it's there?
The official 3 Down Nation thread.
Because who's allowed to speak in that? Just the
I think
moderators
it's just. I think it's no. It's just somebody. One of the writers on 3 Down Nation.
Hodge.
It's not saying who, but they have
JC,
just a thread going
Dunk.
of.
It's been
They have a
silent
live
since
thing. So
17
here's the
after.
latest things that they have. 12:20 Eastern. If this was 2013, Ed Hervey would have announced Odell Willis by now, and that was before there was a legal tampering window. 12:25. Man, this is almost as boring as the Super Bowl. 12:28, and we finally have our official signing. And they announced Bynum. He was hurt all of last season, but had 5 interceptions as a rookie with the Elks. Should challenge for a role at cornerback. And then they announced the CFL signings that I mentioned a little bit ago. They're not CFL for agency moves. They are just U.S. players coming up here. But you never know. Those are some of the best names in CFL off season because there's a player there that sometimes that we had no idea who they are.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about them.
And then become a
but
star.
we'll know their name 6 months from now.
Which speaks to the scouting staff being equally or as more important than your manager, free agent, scrap heaping, and all
You guys
that.
still Paul Jones, don't you, in Saskatchewan?
Yes,
Paul
I think
Jones
so.
still
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Long time with
I-
this franchise.
I love getting guys diamonds in the rough on the cheap, and then just and they come in so hungry and so much to prove.
The
Those are the
Riders
best
as
stories.
as a franchise have become kind of one of the gold standards, have they not? With the facility, with
Well, you've
the
got
amount
that-
of care.
Yeah, I think Mace too, as a coach, has
Yeah.
demonstrated that the players angled. Obviously, a lot of other markets have demonstrated that too in both NFL and CFL. But like, that's a strong. It's a good vibe, and they lost some players in the defense here in free agency, but. It's interesting though. It's not great. They host the Grey Cup the year after this coming one.
Correct.
So in thinking ahead and planning ahead, what are you doing with Trevor Harris? They want to restock and come back. That's all fine and dandy.
Sure.
But what are you doing for that home Grey
Yeah,
Cup?
who's
And
the backup? They don't have a
they
backup,
don't
do
have
they?
one. No.
And you can't be banking on Curtis Rourke right now for 2 more years
No.
minimum. I
you
would say,
never know,
if he's
but you
coming.
can't be banking on it.
No.
So
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you're right. Saskatchewan with the great.
you always got to be thinking ahead and planning it, obviously, with anything, but with that especially, like you can't come into a Grey Cup year and just, we're rebuilding. Like, you got to at least be in some sort of a win now or could win now mode.
By that, the model that Saskatchewan might just go with is just try to find that veteran quarterback.
That's true
bring
too.
him in.
That's
So,
true too.
Could you go get? Well, you want to know something? A year from now, if we're going to jump a year, Trevor Harris retires. Is there a possibility of a Chad Kelly, depending how things go in Toronto? Is there?
Because the Grey Cup year is really just, you view it as a one-off to coax people in and say, hey, like, in that sense, you don't necessarily need to
Where? Here?
anywhere. Like you can go to free agents and say, hey, it's a Grey Cup year. If
I
we
see.
are even positioned slightest where we could add a few tweaks to you might as well, it's a free agent. You're like, okay, I'd like to go to a place where you have a chance. They obviously want to win more because it's so that could be interesting. But Grey Cup Calgary this year,
Yes. What about it?
well,
Well,
you
we're going.
came
I'm
down
going.
the
Let's
last
go.
time. I know. I'm
going.
I'm already pumped.
Let's
for it.
go.
The places for me is already booked. Somebody
Get
said.
out of town.
Actually, do you want to know something? Do you remember the place we stayed at in 19?
I do.
Kayla booked in that same place for that 19 Grey Cup.
It was nice. We were right.
Did you guys meet then?
No. We just found out this past weekend that she, because I booked an Airbnb condo.
Yeah.
She was in the exact same building. Because I was like, she was like, yeah, this is where I stayed for 19. I was like, hey, I stayed in that building for 19. And we both looked at our Airbnbs for the things. And she booked a condo inside that exact same condo
wow.
that we were at.
And so where are you?
Well before
where
I
are
knew
you
her.
this year? You're not in the same one.
No, I don't know where she booked. She booked.
Oh, but you're back in the same one.
No, I'm going to go where she is because
Yeah,
it's
right.
already booked.
Oh, but she's already booked and you don't know where it is.
She booked.
Oh, okay.
She booked like 3 of them already.
okay, yeah.
And she settled it down and she's picked the one. She doesn't mess around when it comes to Grey Cup.
I love it.
Respect that. Mike, get that futon ready.
Yeah, you got a good one. Yeah.
He lives in a good area. He lives in Eau Claire, which is a great area. There's like a local, a Joey, and a bunch of, it's easy to get to. You walk to the Saddle Dome, not to McMahon though, but it's like a 10-minute drive. He's got a good setup.
I
The
bumped
train
into him.
system works well for Calgary too to get
Yeah,
to McMaster.
Man, Druziak was at the last Elks this season, and I was talking to him, and he comes up, he's like, "Hey, man," and he's like, "That Grey Cup," like he's like, "I still think about that every day." Like we had a great,
Yeah.
like I haven't been all around the country to all the Grey Cups, so I can't really say. But I've been to a couple here.
A10 was so much fun.
That
18
was
great.
that was the Calgary one was just.
Well, in the Spirit of Edmonton room, there was the take your picture at
God.
at the Spirit of Edmonton, and then we just we're like let's, and we kept
There
doing
was
it
no
all
moderator.
night, and we
You
just
can tweet whatever you want, put it up there. You tweet pictures of who was the lineman drinking the Kabongo? He was there. He was holding his coat, and then he had a bit of a drink stain on his shirt, and he was just loving it. He's just standing around there, just loving it, holding his jacket.
I came down for the one day. I was there for a concert.
Your dad showed
with
up.
my dad, and I was like, "Let's go see the boys at the Grey Cup Festival." We came and met up with you guys. Well, I think that was one of the few times I saw JMO like well into it.
That Grey Cup, JMO ended up going to get a Donair late at night, he told me, and he ran into Kari Jones
Nice.
at the Donair shop.
And there were 2 pavilions connected by a washroom, and I kept getting into one and
BC
sneaking
room.
into the other, and security
BC room
caught
at
on.
ours.
Yeah, and then so I had to try to lose him in the BC room, and there was like 10 people in there.
Oh,
so I was
no.
trying to like walk, and he's like eyeballing me, and I'm trying to hide, and then but you could get through. Yeah, shared a communal washroom, so you could just kind of
Go to each
And
one.
they never figured it
I'll
out.
also just say right now, whoever is coming, we should try to get to the Spirit Breakfast. It is a fun time.
I'd
Yeah,
love
it
to.
is.
I'd love
That
to.
is
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
like you want
Have
to,
to.
you want to have a day where you're just going to get wasted. You
Yes.
started with the Spirit of
Sociable.
Edmonton. You start because like, and you could get you could be completely loaded if you want by the time the breakfast is over.
That to me was a
Tip your waiter, waitress, and they'll bring
Oh
you
yeah,
extra.
yeah, tip him well. But you
yeah.
drove me down there, and I only had a garbage bag full. Or I had a Safeway plastic shopping bag of. I think I had a change of pants
Maybe.
if I needed them. But I didn't change clothes all weekend, and I stayed with Dusty there, and we had.
No, you guys stayed at my place.
It was your place.
yeah,
Okay,
I don't
Dusty
think either
was
of you
there.
paid me.
Ah, that sucks. But we had. We had.
Because Dusty came down just last week and said, hey, can I crash? So sure. But I think there's never
That
been
is
one where I
years
think
ago.
anyone
Oh,
paid me.
damn it! Well, with inflation now, that's got to be.
It's
that'd be
what it is.
double.
I'm just saying.
But we had the Matrix
But then I
playing all
took,
weekend long.
I took the main bedroom because it was like, well, I booked this. I'm sleeping in the room.
Hell yeah.
Wow,
You
so
guys
you got-
both got the couch.
Yeah, so that's okay.
Do you remember what we did before we went to the whole festival, the one day? Because Jill showed up and Justin showed up and we were watching CFL intros through the years. There's a
yeah,
YouTube
there's a
video.
YouTube video. It's
where
like
you can
half
watch
hour
like the
long.
first CFL intro and then it just plays all the intros up
yeah.
until like 2012.
That gets you, Randy.
And
Like,
we were
that gets
just
you into
watching
the-
it and we're having a great time with it.
The CFL on CBC. It's got all the.
I've gotten caught
rap era.
watching like old hockey games and CFL games on YouTube, and I'm fascinated by the broadcast. And there was like this fascination in the early to mid 90s with saxophone. Did you notice that?
Well,
in
even
intros?
music.
Yeah.
You always used to have like in music, like rock music and stuff.
horns.
You'd have like horns and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Bring that back. But I love watching them, but it's tough to come back to reality afterwards.
Yeah.
Like some of those old hockey night, like and even the CFL. Like I'm like, I don't want to be here. Take me back.
They had that.
I
There
want
was
to
the
go
rap.
back
There was
there.
the rap one in the '90s, which was the era of like
that
the
was-
American one,
Yeah.
where they had the American jerseys, like the Mad Dogs. Like
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
there was some weird stuff that did
Fascinating.
happen there.
I experiment.
Yeah, somebody played the CBC Hockey Night in Canada recently. I saw that one with the hockey theme, and I was like, oh yeah, that used to be just.
and the
gotta get
production
going
was
for
just
Saturday.
outstanding on the graphics and everything.
Latest from 3 Down Nation. Clearly, it is the goalpost at the front of the end zone that's blocking all the deals from being announced.
Oh, yes.
Whoa!
Which leads me to Lucas Holt may have had of Whale and the Wolf, the best tweet of the Super Bowl that I saw. I need to go find it. Lucas's tweet was, oh, he got rid of it maybe. Or is it a reply? Oh, Dusty had tweeted too much punting in the NFL because Field Yates had the Pats offense was punt,
Yeah,
punt. Neil at
yeah.
the end of half, punt at one point. Dusty said too much punting in the NFL. Lucas said, but their goalposts are at the back of the end zone. That's not what's supposed to happen.
There are a lot of, I think Rip City
done,
Step
Lucas.
and I shared one or it was online. They should combine the divisions all into one so that we just get the two best teams playing in the championship game. Like nobody's talking about that. It's all NFC West. I mean, that was your Super Bowl.
Could have been Seattle
Could have been
Rams.
or
Should have been- could have
healthy
been the Super
Niners,
Bowl.
like
Yeah.
whatever. But I mean, that's your Super Bowl or Jags, Bill, like stuff like that. So why not do away with the divisions?
But yeah, the end zones are at the back, or the field goal posts are at the back of the end zone. Isn't that supposed to lead to more touchdowns? And we didn't fully get that. So
Okay.
Stuart Johnson, are you watching?
nope.
Well, it all depends what his buddy did.
That's right. I still
This
can't
is all
believe
a spite move from
the
that
CFL
high school
is
game.
changing a bunch of rules, all because in the '80s, Stuart Johnson hit a field goal post as he was trying
Wasn't
to throw
he
a ball to his
Gordon?
buddy in a high
Yeah.
school football
He
game.
mentioned him by
Gordo.
name. Yeah. Is that
That's the only reason all of this is happening.
you can tell that rips him, hey? Like
Oh boy, I don't mind moving the goalposts. I was speaking of stadiums. We're talking about the Grey Cup being in Mosaic Stadium next year, not
Yes.
2026. They need to change their turf there. It's coming up on 10 years, right?
Yes.
because that's usually about the shelf life of a playing surface. And this is something that irks me. It's a small detail, but they stitched in soccer lines and the lines at Mosaic Stadium. So you can't like scrub them out like they do at Commonwealth, BC Place, basically everywhere else. And I'm trying to find out if they're going to just do it normally and not stitch the
I don't think they'll stitch it.
Yeah.
Because they need to U Sport plays there. And if U Sport doesn't make the change,
Yeah.
the field's going to be different.
Yeah, and that was one of the arguments with
That-
the Rams and everything to kind of.
It looks bad. I'm going to be honest. It looks bad having those yellow soccer lines in there. It looks.
Well, Montreal's like that, isn't it? Montreal's stitched up.
Yeah,
too. They're due for new. They would need a new one or something.
I think they got new turf in Montreal.
That is going to be the thing that's going to be fascinating to watch. Is just how does U Sport react? And I remember I saw like Dave Nail be like, it doesn't matter. They don't have to. And it's like, but the field does. Like, how are these certain markets, which is Calgary, Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, and Montreal, going to handle the fact that like, can they physically move these field goal posts easily? Like, how are we going to accomplish if U Sports does not change?
Right.
How are those four markets going to deal with the two different fields? And if U Sports does change, how much money is that going to cost the programs that aren't in CFL facilities to change?
Yes.
Right. Like there's a lot of different elements to this that, from the outside, it's easy to just say like, U Sport doesn't have to change. But there's a shared thing here that's what messes with things. So, it'll be a fascinating 2 years to watch in the CFL. I sincerely hope I am wrong. I sincerely hope that everything that I'm worried about, I am wrong.
Yeah, but you have to let it play out.
But if it plays out the way that I think, it's going to make the game worse. And I don't think the CFL wants to go through a situation like, oh, we got to revert back because this isn't working.
Well, and
because I don't think they'll do that. I think in the end they'll go the other way.
The only way you revert to is if somebody takes the responsibility, and ultimately, like you can't.
Well, but even then, I think they would go more the American way, which, hey, look, Doug Flutie at Super Bowl last week, his Radio Row, he said, legendary CFL quarterback. To him, it feels a little Americanization.
Yeah.
Jeff Garcia said the same thing. So you got some great legends of this game that are from the U.S. that are saying this is kind of Americanizing the game, even though we were ripped for any of us that said this is kind of Americanization. We're ripped by certain media in this country for saying, how dare you, this isn't Americanization. They're not exactly ripping Doug Flutie right now for that.
It's not an independent coverage, I guess you could say, of the league. I'll leave it at that. I mean,
we will wait and see. We will wait and see how this all plays.
That's all we can do.
They can't do anything else.
No.
Well, you could.
Unless you invent a machine that we can.
FC Barcelona pulled out of the Super League this last couple of days.
Yes, leaving only Real Madrid as the lone member.
Yes.
Which is quite interesting. I wonder if they play well, actually,
I just want to be like Perez in that group chat. Like all these teams left. There was just Barcelona, and all of a sudden Barcelona leaves the chat.
They play their reserves now for a championship.
The Super League championship.
It's a one-off.
Yeah.
I can't believe that is still a thing though. The two, it took them this long to find. Like, we're done. Like, what was the final straw these last couple of weeks that they're like, something. This isn't going to happen. We're pulling out. Yeah,
but now you stay in case something they're gonna hold on to that Real Madrid for. And eventually, when you get to that, they'll be waiting for you.
Oh, boy.
Play Alberta over on under. Download the app, visit them, playalberta.ca. I don't want to take an anti-Canadian way of this.
Do it.
How much does Canada lose by to the Americans today? I'm going to go 1.5 goals. So they lose by one, or are they going to lose by more?
I'll go over.
Yeah, I'm going over.
So they lose by more?
It's a wake-up call or whatever.
Sure.
But which could be a great thing for them.
Yep. Oh, no.
No MPP. Wait till we get her back. We know what we learned from our mistakes going into the qualifying medal round.
The script is set.
Yeah, baby.
And then go surprise and get a gold medal. America cries.
Yeah.
Canada then takes the men's gold medal. America cries.
Yeah.
And we're just hockey dominance.
I'm here for it.
And Rachel Holman and Brad Jacobs both win curling golds.
Let's go.
Rule the ice.
Rule that.
Why not?
Pebbled ice. I saw the method that they used to make the ice. They had the guy, the meme. Yeah. Fascinating.
Somebody put it to music, and it was very funny. I can't remember which music.
Yeah, I saw the same video.
And the little shuffles back.
Oh, yeah.
Got to watch out for the hack.
They'll be doing it tonight at Jasper Place Curling Club.
They
do it really well.
League night?
How long does the season go? Till the end?
End
till
of March.
Yeah.
You were at the Shamrock over the weekend.
Yeah, I was. Don't ask me how it was because I really don't remember. No, it's a
I
great time.
love your adventures.
Oh, I put a lot of on the odometer, but no, Gavin was there again. It was a great time. It was
And
my
Angela?
wife's. We were all. It was a pretty good crowd there. Everybody had a good time. So yeah, there's some hot shots. There's the odd guy that was this close to the Briar and all that.
Oh, really?
There's always that.
They tell their tales.
Oh yeah, but those pictures of Trad were going down smooth.
I feel like
stuff.
I feel like he's the backflip guy that's skating right now.
This guy? This is the
I feel like he
sweet-
might.
He
be.
looks like him.
He looks like him. There's nothing new to report from CFL free agency. Once again, the Edmonton Elks, they'll have a press conference tomorrow where Ed Hervey, Mark Killam, the class of the 2026 free agency class, as well as, I know it's not the draft class, but the free agency class, along with the some current members of the team.
Want them all in Letterman
the press
coats.
conference, and we'll see when all the Elks news gets announced. So far, Devondrick Bynum is the one free agent signing as CFL free agency has officially opened up. Thank you for coming in, Eric, for this CFL free
Thanks
agency
for
show.
having me.
It's a wonderful show.
I don't have much choice. I mean, I do work
Well, you
here.
do have a
Likewise.
choice.
Well,
I
no, but
texted
it's
you,
like,
said
nah.
you want to. You can
Yeah,
like,
I know,
I'm
but
busy or
I'm
something.
not
I
going
got
to say
something.
busy with what. I mean, you ask, I deliver.
You had to go do something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I love
Different
these
things.
like off-season CFL shows. Like it's
I knew, like, that's the thing. Like today, it's just like.
Last week was the big one, but you never know.
No,
maybe there's a surprise
But I
move that we
enjoyed
don't get.
following the thread. Like,
Yeah, they were
it's
crushing
so
it.
CFL.
We got Lock Shop coming up. We got 2 guys in goal at EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, all until 6 o'clock right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Thank you to everyone for tuning into the Hangout, brought to you by Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Canadian Olympic team that is out in Milan. On behalf of Lieutenant Eric, Tommy, I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning into the Hangout here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Coming up next, Lock Shop with Dusty and us. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go.
There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here. Joining us today,